What's up, everybody? We are back, getting closer. I know we're a little delayed on that 1 p.m. start, but you know how it goes, man. There's always something going on.
Yeah, it's a
But
packed house, man. So getting everybody in their seats at a timely manner, it's gonna take a while. So please be patient as everybody starts to filter into the venue. But once everybody is in their seats and ready to go, we're gonna get this thing rolling.
as you can tell by some of these camera views, we are filling up, though. There are people starting to show up. It's starting to get pretty thick in here. Super exciting, man. Dom, I know we're just going through these matches that we have coming up, these fights that we have coming up, man, and I'm looking forward to this, bro. 30 fights, tons of fighters from all over the place. Pueblo, Nebraska. Shout out to OG Hastings. That's the club fighting out of Nebraska. Shout out to True. They're coming up from Pueblo. Then we got kids from all over the place, though, man. This is going to be an exciting matchup.
Yeah, it is. A few matches changed. The fight order kind of switched up a little bit, but for the most part, all the fights will still be the same. And I'm sure they're all still going to be action-packed, the ones that were actually introduced. So.
Yeah, that's right. So, Salvador Crespo Zamora going up against Alex Carrillo, Alex Project X Carrillo. That'll be our opening fight here in a bit. Ryandre Lopez going up against Najera. Calvin St. John going up against Edwin Ramirez. Max Martinez going up against Ulysses Besera. Excuse me if I'm butchering these names too, y'all. You can beat me up afterwards. L.A. Grado Lopez going up against Christian Montez. Jaden Martinez going up against Anthony Placencia. And then Ezra making his debut, Ezra Sanchez against David Ong. And those are just a few of the fights, man, that are going. This list here, man, if I can share this list with everybody, this list is an amazing list. Though I'm excited, dude. The crowd is starting to fill in. It's starting to feel like, hey, I was wondering about this when we were talking to Mario about it, and he is envisioning it us, and he's kind of sharing that vision with us, man. It's super, super, super dope.
Hey, man, it's a beautiful scene, and I'm sure you guys could hear the crowd in the background, so bear with us a little bit there, too, right? This is a live event, so trying to block out some of that noise is just impossible to do without affecting the audio just a little bit. So, like you said, it's packing up. Concession stand line is crazy. It looks like a great event already, and it hasn't even started. So I can't wait for the matches to start.
They got concessions going. I can smell the popcorn. I can. People got their popcorn for an exciting bout. I see our boy. Our boy Mario is running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and I don't envy him at all, man. This should be a great event. Got Floyd Cashflow Diaz in the house. I see him over there grubbing on some fruit, man. Yo, this gonna be fun, dude.
This is gonna be fun, man. It's very exciting, and there's a lot of, like you said, you just mentioned one, but there's other professional fighters that are here as well.
That's right.
And they're just spectating, or they're with their clubs supporting their younger fighters that are here fighting today, and it's just exciting to see all of the boxing element here today as we bring you this presentation.
Shout out to Luis Canela from Canela TV, Colorado. He came over here, said what's up to us, and chopped it up with us a little bit, man. Look forward to connecting with him and working on some things. If you're familiar with that name, he was the Spanish voice of the Broncos, the Nuggets, and a few of our other local teams. So it was cool to chop it up with him as we were getting ready to get going, man, and swap information. It's always good to network, bro.
That's right. We're always looking to meet new people and join on new ventures like this one we're on today.
That's right.
And if you're out there, again, we're going to plug it one more time. If you're out there and you can use our services, whether it's coaching and setting up some training sessions or it's commentating one of your events, make sure you hit up dnasportsdenver.com and leave us some message, and we'll get that going for you.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to do this. Like I said, we're dipping our toes into the water, seeing what the water's like, and right now, man, the water feels great, bro.
Perfect.
I don't have any apprehensions right now. The nerves are working a little bit, but I think that's more my excitement, dude. This is what I love to do, man. I love when we get to come out and cover sporting events, get to talk to athletes, get to work with athletes. It's gonna be fun, brother.
Yeah, man, and it's great to see the support for these young athletes.
That's right.
I'm looking over here, and I see MCF out here, and he has his family here.
He's got a squad.
His grandma, his abuelita and his auntie, his tia, a lot of different people here to support him today as he gets ready to throw those hands. And he's ready to throw those hands, like I said before, because this kid is pacing in this place.
Shout out to my man DJ FX on the ones and twos, man. He's back here. We got the DJ spinning back here. Dude, this is an event. This is an event. If you can see on the live stream, man, we got people all over the place, wall-to-wall people. So it was great to see this this thriving store. This is a store that does a lot of business, and Mario kind of mentioned it when we were talking about this, how he's going to make some of his folks nervous because he's going to empty this whole thing out.
Yep.
And sure enough, he emptied this out, ring set. The setting's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? While you bring that up, if you're ever in need to furnish your home, make sure you check out Icon Sales on 74th and Federal. They will get you furnished, fully furnished, however you need at a reasonable price.
Yo, and they work with you, man. The acronym for Icon is I Can Own Now. And that's true when you come over here to Icon Sales. You can own it now. They've got payment plans. They got several sales associates to help you out and get you set up with what you need to make your living room pop a little bit more. Maybe it's you want to make your bedroom pop a little bit more. They got what it takes to get you set up. So make sure you come down here, Icon Sales, 74th and Federal, and come visit them and see what they got going on.
Yeah, hey, let's make this a little interesting.
Yo.
Looking at this list of fights,
we
see these big, beautiful trophies for Fight of the Night for males and Fight of the Night for females.
Okay.
Who do you predict is going to walk out of this place with the Fight of the Night trophy?
Man, you're gonna make me go through this
Fighter of the Night.
Well, I've been kind of hyping her up, and I'm gonna continue to hype her up because I just. When we stepped in the ring with her during the little training session we caught last week, the way she was moving around that ring, the way she's punching with conviction, the way she moves, her hands and her hand speed. For the ladies' side, I'm gonna have to go with Gianna Umbriaco. Gigi, I think she's gonna take that Fight of the Night for the ladies. And then on the fellas' side, man, this is a hard one for me, brother. Let me get your lady one first, and I'll come back to my fella.
I think I'm going to agree with you on the lady one, though. I'm going to make it pretty easy. I'm going to go with Gianna versus Naomi. I think both of these girls, again, one is debuting herself, and the other one is her second fight. So they're both very hungry. They're both looking to put on a show today, and they both have very good hands. Obviously we came out and spent some time with Gianna here, but Naomi over there, I was seeing her warm up as well.
That's right.
And she had good footwork and some good hand movement. So, I'm interested to see that fight, and I think it will be an action-packed one. That might be up for a potential Fight of the Night, period, honestly, in my opinion. But I do think male-wise, who I think I'm interested to see the most, and I think it's going to be the most exciting just based off of our interviews before, is Noah Orozco versus Ashton Miller. I think that's going to be an exciting fight, right? This is already the fourth fight of a slugfest back and forth, and Noah is pretty upset because the last fight that they had was for Golden Gloves, and he feels that he won that fight. So he's here today to prove, in his words, that he can't see me.
That's right, man. I'm going to go ahead and go with Jake State Farm Soto.
Okay.
I just love the name, Jake from State Farm.
Yeah.
But the other one that's up there for me is Christian Perrier Poppy Montez, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think he may surprise us there with a Fight of the Night out of nowhere. Either way, though, man, it's going to be a super fun event. I'm excited for these kids to come out here, be able to put on a show in front of their folks, in front of their friends, family, and anybody tuning in on our live stream.
Yeah, it's going to be a night of great fights, right? We could call it the night of main events.
That's right.
Right, the night of main events, and there's several trilogies and several rematches that are going down today too. So, some of these fighters and these fights have a little bit more invested in them than just I'm here to fight for the bout.
That's right.
I'm here to put an end to what is a great trilogy.
Put a stamp on that thing.
Try to put a stamp on it and make sure that you're that fighter that kind of stands victorious overall.
Well, that's kind of what you want to do, right? You kind of want to be the final say in an epic battle, right? You think about all the great trilogies of the past, and it's always got that last one that's like the stamp of approval, like, yup, I'm the winner. I took this out. This is me. So that's what some of these kids are here to do today. And some of them, who knows, man, we might be starting a few trilogies.
Yeah.
We might be starting on something here. We were talking about Salvador Crespo Zamora and Alex Project X Carrillo. This is their second time going at it. Hey, Salvador already got one.
Yeah.
Now, could X get the equalizer and maybe set up a third meeting between the two? That there's a lot to be seen there, but that's what excites me as well, man. You never know when you're starting a new trilogy here.
Yeah, and it's also exciting to see what young Ezra does, right? Ezra was one of our first kids on the pod.
That's right. He broke the ice for us.
A little timid, but also confidence at the same time, and this is his debut as well. He's going up against David Ung, and I think that's going to be a fun fight. So we'll see what those two youngsters have in store for us as well. I'm super excited. I'm watching the room fill up as we're speaking here, watching the fighters kind of with that look of anxious determination,
right?
A little bit of hunger on their face, and honestly, a little bit of pissed off looks on some of these fighters' faces.
Get that focus going in. You got to wonder what's going through their minds now as we're getting ready to start. Like, what's going through their minds? What are they thinking about? How are they starting to feel this? How are they starting to handle some of the emotions of, you know how it is, man. Once game time gets closer, you start feeling it. So how are some of these fighters feeling that? How are they going to handle that? And how are they going to navigate through that unknown?
Right, because we all get nerves. So how are they going to channel those nerves? How are they going to make those nerves turn into positive things for them?
That's right.
And turn it into a little bit of energy in the ring instead of, kind of closing yourself out because of nerves. And,
how are they going to make that work for them?
Move those feet or hands. So it's interesting to see how these young fighters adapt.
You see some of these guys that have, 100 fights or, definitely over 40, 50 fights under their belt. Even someone like Nono, who's got 20 fights underneath his belt, right? You got to understand some of these kids might already know how to navigate them nerves. So it's going to be interesting seeing them versus somebody making their debut like Ezzy. There's a couple other kids making their debuts here today. So it's kind of interesting to find out how they handle that when things don't go right early. Because you know how it is, man. Mike Tyson said it best. You always have a plan until you get punched in your mouth.
Yep, that's right.
Literally, what's your plan going to be? How are you going to make your plan work when you get punched in your mouth?
Yep. Hey, it takes a lot, man, to be able to keep your composure, adjust, and then bounce back after, like you said, getting punched in the mouth, getting punched in the nose, right?
Right.
Eyes start to water up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And some people want to get in that fight or flight, and some people want to go home. So
hey, it's going
to be interesting to see what happens
today. Growing up, how we did. I know you've been in a couple of scraps. I've been in a couple. It's definitely not something that goes as planned when you get punched. Sorry, man. We got to pull a little side by the boss there.
Yeah, it's all right. A little bit of requests for us today, but unfortunately we weren't able to meet those requests. But, we're here to do what we're here to do.
That's right. We're here to bring you the action in the ring and a little bit on the outside of the ring when them fighters come down the lane to take the stage, right? This is like the old gladiators. Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
I have a feeling by the end of the night, we're going to be talking about how entertained we in fact are.
Yeah, me too. I'm already entertained and nothing's even started, right? I'm entertained by just, again, seeing the dedication, the time that everybody has put into this. Not only the fighters, but the families and the supporters and the coaches. And you see these coaches taping up the hands. And doing it for multiple fighters, right? This ain't like one of those big shows that you see on pay-per-view or on television where, they're focused in on one fighter right now. They're trying to get their whole stable prepped and ready for when their fights come up,
These guys and gals, and I do say gals because Coach D, I seen Coach D running around here putting in that work already, making sure her fighters are focused, the hands are taped up and ready to go. They're putting in that work today, man. They're definitely earning their check, so to speak, today with all that's going around here.
Yeah, man. It's exciting. And again, the fights will be going on here shortly. Again, we were a little bit delayed. Again, people are still filtering into the facility, but we should be getting kicked off within the next 3 to 5 minutes, hopefully.
Yeah.
But, again, bear with us because as soon as these fights get going, they're going to go quickly, right? 3-round fights.
That's right.
And they're going to go fairly quickly, and there's going to be a little bit of time in between each fight. So make sure once we get started, you have your seat, you're glued to the television, glued to your phones, glued to your tablets, whatever you're streaming on, because they will go quick and it's action-packed.
While we're here, Dom, we're here, we're celebrating boxing. Yeah. Why not talk about a little boxing, man?
Okay.
Dude, did you see, and it's as official as I've seen, it's official.
Yeah.
Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, they going to finally catch him.
Well, we've been waiting.
I believe it's July 27th.
Yeah, we've been waiting, and we were waiting the last time, and then it fell through.
Yo.
And the last time it was supposed to be official. So I'm still kind of on the fence for it, but I'm there.
Well, what makes me hopeful, brother, what makes me hopeful is that Spence actually signed with PFC.
Yeah.
So now there's not combating promotions trying to figure out the money, trying to figure out where it's going to be broadcast on.
Yeah.
Like they're part of the same promotion now. It's a 2-fight promotion. Yeah. So, and they're talking about, there's each fighter has a rematch clause that they must enact within 30 days of the situation. So it's exciting to see, bro, because hey, we're finally going to get that fight. And I think maybe the Garcia Tank fight kind of inspired it a little bit, just based on how much review and how much coverage it got.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, this is probably a bigger fight than that.
Oh, it's a way bigger fight. And it's the fight that we all been waiting for, right? When the fight got announced and then de-announced the last time, the only reason why we were somewhat okay with it is because they did announce Tank.
Right.
And they did announce him, that fight that was going on. And then that fight happened, and it was, a little bit less
anticlimactic.
Yeah, a little less than desirable, but,
no fault of Tanks.
There's no fault of Tanks at all. Tank went in there. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. But this fight, I know for a fact, will not let you down. Spence and Crawford are going to get in there, and they're the two best.
Yep.
And they're going to put on like the two best, and we're going to see the fight that we all been waiting for. Could be a fight that goes down in history. It could morph into a trilogy like some of the trilogies we have today.
Could be the start of something sweet, right?
So we're excited. Again, it's inked. It's official. But until that bell rings, I'm going to hold my breath
until you see them getting in that ring, both of them ready to go. That'll be win, right?
Yeah, that's it, man. Hey, I'll tell you what. Some of these people walking by with some of these concessions, man. And let me tell you, Icon did not let down on concessions either. They got some burritos over
flame,
there.
Bro.
Those nachos are looking flame. They got hot dogs for the kids and a little bit of everything over there. So,
hey, I want to give a special shout out to a couple of folks that are helping us out today. You won't see them on camera, and you probably won't hear their voice unless something goes wrong.
Yeah.
But shout out to Scotty Dreweyard and Donovan Lucero helping us out, helping us behind the scenes with camera work and just with whatever we ask them. They're being gophers for us today. Really appreciate them stepping up and helping us out. Maybe put a little something on their resume for the future.
Yeah,
but it's definitely, it takes a village to bring a live stream event. So
yeah, and a lot of time people behind the scenes don't get credit for things like this when they go down. So
that's right.
We definitely want to make sure that we take the time to thank who's helping us, but also give a shout out to those who are helping Mario, because this event that he's putting on, again, it's a great event, a big event. There's tons of people here, 30 fights going down, concessions, work commentating, live stream, all this that's been put into it. There's more than just Mario that's putting on for this. He has a lot of people behind the scenes that help him out, starting with Coach Jess, who's his wife.
Right.
Like any of us men, the backbone to our success and our strength comes from our women. And,
that's right.
and they're putting on a great show today. So shout out to all of them. Shout out to security working the door. This is a nice, secure event and family-oriented event. So, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a fun time.
Dude, you mentioned it. The amount of people here to support their athletes is phenomenal. Got the referee in the ring. I imagine we getting close.
Yeah.
Hey, man, this is starting to get exciting.
Yeah, right to the left of us, man. We got the bell. We got some judges.
There we go.
So we're going to be able to see a little bit of everything go down right front and center. You know, you talk about ringside seats.
Hey.
There ain't no more ringside than this, brother. We're right in the front.
The only way we can get closer is if we're in the ring ourselves.
That's right.
So, hey, they got us hooked up here, man, in a good spot.
But stay tuned. You never know if we might get in there and do a DNA little fight at the end for some more views. Stay tuned.
If I piss Coach Dom enough, piss him off enough, he might want to have to catch hands. So, you know.
Yeah, stay tuned. You never know.
Hey, while we here, Dom, you know, it's been a while since we connected on a podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Denver Nuggets Western Conference champions.
That's right.
You know, I know we're here for boxing, but I also want to give a special shout out to the Nugs and what they got going on, man. And we about to get us a parade this year, brother. So I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. Did you see the game last night?
Dude,
speaking of the game,
it's so wild the way that game ended,
bro.
It's so wild.
I mean, first of all, right? If you're Boston and you're up, how do you foul Jimmy Butler at the 3-point line to put him in a potential to win the game? He sealed the game.
So what's wild about that is their coach challenged it, right? The coach challenged it, and the referee was like, oh, they originally called it a 2.
Yeah.
So the referee moved it back to a 3-pointer.
Yep.
But they added 9/10 of a second onto the clock.
Yeah.
So it was 2.1. They added 9/10 of a second to make it 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You know when they made that shot? 0.2 of a second left on the clock. That 9/10 of a second, although they gave Jimmy Butler 3 free throws to take the lead opposed to just tying it,
might have been the difference.
that 9/10 of the second gave them the chance to make that last-minute shot. So it's just wild how quickly things can change in the NBA.
Man, it's crazy to see a team down 3-0. It's never been done. Come back, and now it's going to Boston for Game 7.
They're only the 4th team to force a Game 7 in that situation. They're looking to become the first team to go
to win it
from going down 3-0.
And in all honesty, bro, I've been saying if it goes back to Boston for 7, it's Boston's.
Man,
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to start on the road. I like to start at home, but
too.
It is what it is, brother. I'm not worried about it.
Oh, we're beating whoever lines up against us, bro.
That's what I like to hear.
It's our year, Nuggets, baby. Let's go. Hey, but we're back, and we're on this event, and it looks like it's getting closer to time. I see the ref. He's gloving up. You know, again, people are still filtering in, getting into their seats, so we're short. The judges are getting in position. I see we have several judges on each side of the ring. If you have a ring view, you can see them down there, and they're getting ready to call this first fight.
So let's just go ahead and do this. This episode is brought to you by DNA Sports Training. If you or somebody you know wants to take their game to the next level, then visit DNASportsDenver.com right now and get your athletes signed up. We offer training sessions from anything from football to track and field and everything else in between. Whether you're an athlete, offensive, defensive lineman that wants to get quicker off the ball, or you're just an athlete wanting to improve their overall speed and agility, we have something for you over at DNA. Visit DNASportsDenver.com now and sign up. Also brought to you by the DNA Sports Podcast. If you haven't tuned in to the DNA Sports Podcast, hit up DNASportsDenver.com right now. Go and subscribe. You can watch us on YouTube. We're starting to live stream on YouTube, but we're also on all major platforms, whether it be Spotify, you name it, Apple iPods, we're there. So make sure you go find that, tune in, and see what we got going on over at DNASportsDenver.com. Dom,
Man,
we're getting closer, brother.
ultimate professional there. I just like to give you your flowers when your flowers
thank
are
you,
due.
sir. Thank you,
know,
sir.
that was totally off the top of the brain, off of memory. He, just plugged us in exactly how we were supposed to be plugged
With 34 episodes in, you would think I would know by now, but every now and again, no, you're good, ma'am. Every now and again we get a little crazy, and hey, we just had one of the officials asking they're in the way. Nah, you fine. We perfect. We ain't no one in the way today.
Yeah, and so bear with us, right? This is a live stream, so there may be those instances where somebody walks up, says something, interrupts our commentating. But hey, we're gonna try to limit that as much as we can. But again, we're going live, baby. So whatever happens, it happens. If you're getting it how we get it.
The funniest is, like, you ever see them dudes that are like they're field reporters and they're out standing in front of their camera doing their thing, and someone comes behind them and just yells some obscenities, or comes and looks behind you like,
Just got to stay straight face.
Yeah, man. Hey, we don't see that. It don't bother us.
I'm just going to ignore everybody for the viewers. When they come talk to me, I'm going to ignore them, and I'm not going to say a thing. I'm just going to be like this.
Just remember, if you hear Coach Don was being a jerk, he did it for you.
I did it for the viewers. I did it for the listeners, because it's all about you guys at home that couldn't make it today. Some people may be on the other side of the state. Some people may be out of the state. In fact, we have one fighter who said that his family's going to view from the military. So thank you for your service.
Shout out to all of our active duty military members. If you're tuning into this, man, we appreciate your service. We appreciate your sacrifice, not just your sacrifice, but your family's sacrifice, and allowing you to go out there and represent for your country and to take care of this beautiful country I love to call home. We're not perfect, but damn it, it's the best place on earth.
Yeah, for sure. And not only the active veterans, but the former, you know, and everybody that's ever served for our country, we salute you.
On this Memorial Day weekend. Yep.
Hey. That's what's up.
Now, on this Memorial Day weekend, we do give a special shout out to them folks that have laid their lives on the line and foul in the line of duty to ensure that this place that this world is a safe world and that this country is an open and free country. So we appreciate that.
Hey, bro, we're professionals, right? We've been doing this for a long time, but I also like to coin myself somewhat of a professional on being able to identify how some people look like they're doppelgangers, essentially.
Okay.
And the judge right here looks like he could be Tech Nine's dad or uncle, bro. The beard is kind of laying down
he
there.
He got a little Tech vibe to him.
Looks like he's Tech Nine's uncle. So shout out to Tech Nine, you know, and everybody else out there. But Coach Dom had to just have one of his moments and kind of throw a left.
You ever seen someone that look like your doppelganger?
Oh, yeah, all the time. You ever seen Toy Story?
Yeah.
For all our viewers out there, the guy who steals the toys, the chicken guy, that's my doppelganger. Or some like to say Cartman from South Park, but either one's cool with me.
You got a little more facial hair than Cartman.
I do.
And you got a little more head hair than the brother that steals the toys on Toy Story. So I'll have to push back, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been mistaken a couple different times as Ruben Studdard.
What?
Yeah, you remember Ruben from American Idol?
Oh, that's just fattest.
Big Sexy
That's
represent.
cold-blooded, bro. They confused you for Ruben
I had this brother in the casino like, Ruben! And I'm like looking behind me like,
you should have just started
who's he
singing,
talking
bro.
to? Well, I can't sing.
I know, but you should have just started busting out singing anyway.
Listen, I may or may not have took some special perks like free dinners and things like that from them when they thought I was Ruben Studdard. So I ain't gonna hate, man. Like, yo, I'll be Ruben if you giving me free steak dinners, dog.
Yeah. Hey, it's pretty cool, right, to see all the clubs kind of sitting in their own designated area with fighters. Again, supporting their fellow teammates that are getting ready to jump in the ring before their fight. Man, I'm getting super excited as we get closer to bout time.
Me too, brother.
Judges moving in, cut person's here, the medic's here. I'm looking at the medic over there on the corner as well. So, it's exciting, man. Music kicking on in the background. So, it's getting live. DNASportsDenver.com. Make sure you visit our website. Check out a podcast.
That's right.
Buy some merch. Book a session. Whatever you need to do, just check out DNASportsDenver.com. See how the ultimate professional in that did not budge, did not look over there. Just gave it a quick thumbs up and kept it moving, because that's what we're doing for our viewers. Here we go, baby.
Here it is, boy. We
time.
testing the bow. Let's get it. Hey, good job, Dom, on that. Good job not being distracted, because I lightly was distracted.
Yeah.
But, I had to give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Y'all might have seen Mario pass through our camera very briefly. I'm interested to see how many steps this man has taken today, because I don't know that he's chilled. I don't know that he's slowed down or stopped. I think he's been just at it full go, man. So, shout out to Mario. Hey, look at this crowd, dude. We're starting to get people in here.
Yeah, and he said he was, right? We asked him kind of like, do you want to sit down and maybe get a few words in while we're getting prepared or getting warmed up when we did the pod? And he already knew back then that he wasn't going to have the time to sit down with us. But, hey, he's putting on a great show. The lights are dimming. We're getting ready for the show, man. So, again, if you are not here, you didn't make it in the building, make sure you check out the live stream, share it, put it on your TV at your family event. You might be barbecuing right now. Put it on, check it out, and enjoy the show. Because here we go.
That's
Icon
right.
Boxing presents
Cero Miedo here at Icon Sales, Icon Boxing. It's about to go down. And my boy passed it back to me because, I can hit that Cero Miedo real well.
Yeah, he rolls those R's a little better than me. But, hey, again, first fight, we got Alex, Project X Carrillo coming up versus Crespo Zamora. This is a title fight. It's going to be a great fight, and we're getting prepared for this ring entrance.
Here we go.
Cero Miedo, a presentation by Icon Promotions and Icon Boxing. At this time, we would like to receive with a loud applause, ladies and gentlemen, the boxers, the trainers, and also, ladies and gentlemen, our hosts that are presenting this super event. Please welcome the Icon Boxers, Mario Carrillo and his wife, Jessica, and Daniela de Herrera. And we also would like to invite on to the ring our assistant trainers. Rich Ford. Ladies and gentlemen, please.
So shout out to the Icon team hopping up in the ring right now, giving them a big round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an outstanding singer, and he and I cannot join you in the ring. We are in the corner, right next to our fabulous DJ. So we are facing the flag, but you can see our DJ with his speaker, and you can hear me right here. Ladies and gentlemen, our singer.
If you have any technical difficulties with your stream, just refresh your page and hopefully we'll get it up for you. Our viewers are a little bit up right now, and we want to make sure that we have all these streaming difficulties figured out. So again, if you have any streaming difficulties, make sure you just reload your page and it should pick right back up for you. All right, getting ready for the national anthem.
School assemblies, and everyone loved it. They even started crying at times. We love singing the anthem to support our country and our troops. It's an honor to sing this song with it being Memorial Day tomorrow, says our VIP. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Colorado's very own Jaden Gutierrez.
Here we go, national anthem in effect.
So proud of you and the twilight's last gleam, with broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so streaming, and the rockets filled the air, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, I'll tell you what, Dom, there is nothing like the national anthem to get the juices going.
Yeah, I got goosebumps. Hey, and it's always nice when you have somebody who's singing it that does a decent job, right?
Yeah.
We've had some events where the national anthem isn't the greatest, but that was a pretty good rendition of it right there, if I have to say so myself.
Beautiful.
Got the juices flowing, and hey, we're getting ready for Project X, man. This should be exciting. Stay tuned for this entrance.
Welcome our friends on YouTube right now. They are live streaming. DNA Sports Training. Dom Aguirre doing the color. Giving a big round of applause. He's right there, right next to the ring. Dom Aguirre. Lucero
everybody don't clap too loud.
They're here to see the fighters.
Yes, that's right.
All right, shout out.
Let's go, baby. It's time. It is time.
He's good.
Here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be a beautiful presentation. Thank you.
First fighter's getting ready to walk in.
Salvador, Crespo Zamora.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, Salvador.
Salvador Crespo Zamora coming into the ring right now. Yeah.
Started as a business, blossomed into a lifestyle. X has become Icon Boxing. It hasn't been easy, but everything has led us to this. Through the wins and lessons, a journey of a 7-year-old has become a community for all. Icon. I cower over nothing.
Go, baby. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, everybody. It's going down. Stay tuned. It's going to be a great show. Great fight.
Man, this man brought out all the flair, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
The fireworks,
Shout out
pyro.
to you, Mario. Sting mask for everybody. He got the Sting
Got the
mask
Sting
on.
mask on, bud. Let's go.
For all you WWE, WWF fans out there, he's coming in with the Sting mask on his face. He's ready to go. He looks determined, going straight to his corner. Up the steps right now as the fans start to cheer. And here we go, baby. Fight one is getting ready to go down.
This is going to be an exciting fight. 95-pound division. Salvador Crespo Zamora coming from La Isla Club and Alex Project X Carrillo from here at Icon Boxing.
Yeah, it should be a very, very exciting show. We're getting ready to go, man. Fighters are officially in the ring.
Well, Dom, this is where it starts at, bud. And this is where it happens. So we'll see how this works. But, we appreciate you fight fans for joining us. Again, if you have any issues with the stream, just refresh and we'll make it right, man. We're going through it right now, though. We're super excited to bring you these fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our referee, Glenn Dixon. Campbell, please come to the ring. Bo Campbell, please come to the ring. Bo.
So the fighters are set. Looks like the judges are set. Referee's looking like he's about set.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting ready. Waiting on one last thing, one last judge to take their seat, I believe.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please also remember
This should be exciting, man. We got X in the corner and we got Salvador in the corner. They are ready to go right now. Looking around, everybody is in their seats. Eyes are on the ring. We are ready to go. Icon Boxing.
sweet smell right now.
It's amazing how focused these fighters seem right now, brother. They're bouncing in their corners. It looks like they're tired of waiting, man. Looks like they're ready to get it popping right now at this moment.
Yeah, all the anxiety and everything, all the anxiousness going up to this point, I could only imagine it. And right now they're both looking determined, piercing each other across the ring, looking at each other, ready to get the fight underway. So, again, I'm here for it. My seatbelt strapped on, and let's go, baby. Let's get some fights going.
Let's go, bud.
He will be here at halftime. Yeah, that's going to be around halftime. I'm sorry, I'm talking about intermission and
Halftime intermission.
number 16, ladies and gentlemen, intermission for you.
Already.
He is one of the coming and also a great friend of Floyd. As a matter of fact, he just walked in a couple of seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking to him and interviewing him too. Would you welcome Floyd Ascash Diaz?
Did they call him Ascash?
I don't know what he called him, but we got Floyd Diaz over there, man. And again, introducing a true professional there. The money team.
I think they're ready to start.
I think they're ready to start as well.
Let's go to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, from the blue corner, here we go. Salvador Crespo from La Isla Boxing, Carrillo against Alejandro Carrillo, Icon Boxing from Denver.
All right.
Let's go, man. Project
Let's go.
X in the blue corner, Sal in the red.
Here we go, bud.
Red gloves is Sal. Crespo Zamora. Blue gloves is Alex Project X Carrillo. All right. White trunks, Sal Crespo. Zamora. Blue and red, Alex Project X Carrillo.
Zamora, one more time for La Isla Boxing from Colorado. Let's hear it.
Longmont, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a little bit of a journey, man. Hey, super excited to see this go down. Look at them boys, man. They are focused. They are ready. Let's go. It's getting intense.
Oh, here
boy.
we go. Here we go. Here it goes, man. First fight of the night. Stay tuned. Let's go. Bell ringing. We're underway.
Both fighters just feeling each other out to start, man.
Checking their distance. Nice jab there from Sal.
Man, the head movement for Project X is just incredible, man.
Yeah. Ooh, good combo there.
There you go. There's
Project
a nice shot.
X.
There's a nice shot. Well,
Oh, I caught a time for a shoe there.
got a shoelace, man. You got to hate when that happens. That's where you get spatted.
Yep.
So coach used to tell us, man, when we were playing ball, he's like, if you're getting spatted, your shoes ain't never coming undone.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hey, now we're pausing the mission. Here we're back.
And we back on.
Ooh, they meet in the middle, and they throw them. Nice exchange there.
You can tell the respect from both of these fighters having faced each other before. There's definitely some not just filling out, but just a respect for the opponent's power.
Nice exchange from both of them there.
Project X in the blue gloves, blue shirt, red and blue shorts with the blue headgear.
Body shots there by Project X.
Zamora in the black headgear, red gloves, red shirt, and white trunks. Again, Zamora from La Isla Club in Longmont.
Stunning.
Project X
He
here
caught
in
him with
Icon.
one. They're going at it. It looks like Sal is pressing the fight, putting the pressure on, and X is not backing down. These guys are throwing blows.
Man, it's getting pretty wild.
10 seconds left in the round. Oh, good one there. Lance for Sal Crespo. Oh, the good round there.
Hey, a big round for Crespo at the end there, man.
Yeah, man.
He did a lot of work at the end of that fight, at the end of that round. I think that round to begin with was pretty even to go with.
I agree. I think, for the most part, Sal was being the aggressor in the
That's
round.
right.
But Project X was countering with some great shots as well. So, originally I had Project X winning that round. But that short little spurt at the end, it got it a lot closer,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
X landed some really good combos in that round. Really close round. It's gonna be one for these judges, a tough one to score that round. Again, Zamora did a lot of work at the end of that round. A lot of times you can see, fighters, they're able to steal rounds when they put that work in at the end. Kind of seems like that might have been part of the game plan there, was to flurry at the end of the round there. So we'll see how this second round goes right here for Project X and for Zamora. Zamora electing not to sit down on his bench, on his stool during that intermission. Here we go, round 2.
Meet in the center again and pick up right where we left off with some more exchanges. These guys are throwing.
Yo, the action.
There they're going, man.
Is heavy here right now.
Let's go,
man.
throw them punches. Punches and punches. These guys both want it. They're both fighting. Project X connects with a good headshot.
Little trickle of blood coming from Project X's nose right now.
Yeah.
It's so, their heads look like they come so close to butting, man. It's hard to see if that came from a punch or if that came from a collision of heads.
Yeah.
But hey, like you said, the last round, Zamora came out the aggressor. It looks like he's still being pretty aggressive here in this round. Project X is not reluctant to trade with him, though.
Got him right here in the corner in front of the camera. Great exchange.
Wow, this is an intense fight, man.
What a good fight to start the show off with.
It's a way to start with a bang. I might have
Both
to.
of them are tired, but they're still steady.
Oh, that's a good hit right there by X.
Yeah.
Another good hit right there. Combo to kind of work him out of there. Looks like Zamora wants to get in tight with Project X, and it looks like X trying to extend him out a little bit.
Yeah, X has a little bit more of the reach of the two fighters. And so he's trying to keep that distance while Zamora's trying to close the gap.
Hey,
great round there.
That was a great round for Project X right there, man. That makes this fight even tougher. Hey, these guys are just coming out swinging, dude. They're coming out swinging. There is no holding back them hands.
Yeah.
Holy cow. What you think about that round, Don?
Man, it was a close one. I think, again, both rounds were very close. I think, again, Crespo is being very aggressive in this fight. However, X is a great counterpuncher. He has great movement, and he's right there with him. He's not backing down. They're throwing blows.
Zamora's throwing a lot of punches, but it looks like X's head game is kind of rolling with them punches and kind of getting away from them punches a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
So, it's one of those things where, sometimes you get punches and bunches, but not a lot of them are landing. So it's curious to see how these judges see these punches landing and whether or not they're taking Zamora's aggressiveness and actually factoring it into as like being actually effective.
Yeah.
Third round here, I believe third and final round. See what this goes like. Looks like they're coming out a little bit more controlled in this round. I think X wants to keep him at a distance. It seems like his best ability is to keep him at a distance, not getting in tight with him.
Yeah, I agree.
Big overhand right by Project X right there. Zamora just reading, just playing.
Oh,
there's a
what
nice
great combo.
Both fighters here at the center of the ring right now, going back and forth, trading blows.
Good.
Missed combo right there.
X jumped in and bounced out right there. Oh, they meet.
X's head movement's really good, man. He's avoiding some of the. There's a big punch by Zamora right there, but he's avoiding a lot of that work for the most part.
Yeah.
Rolling with the punches. Looks like he's working the body of Zamora a little bit now.
Yeah, it looks like Zamora may be the fighter with a little bit more power here, but X also packs a pretty heavy punch. So
for sure,
pretty evenly matched fight up to this point.
I'd say Zamora's the bigger of the two, but X is a little bit taller.
Yeah, he's a little more lanky.
Explains why Zamora's trying to get inside that reach, though.
Yeah.
I think maybe X uses that jab a little bit right there.
Good combo for both of them. Zamora lands a good combo to the head.
There's another one.
Oh, here they go. They're battling.
We go.
Final round. Let's go. Let's see what they got. Way to end the fight there. What a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Both these fighters put on a show for you today. What a great opening bout. Man, I don't know how I got that one scored, Coach.
That's a tough fight.
I will say,
if you're grading it off of aggressiveness and just the amounts of punches thrown, then you would have to give it to Zamora right there. I do think X had a little bit more effective punches here and there, especially in them combos. give it up to Zamora. He was landing punches and bunches. Interesting to see
Job,
how this
X.
one goes. But hey, nonetheless, great fight to start the whole show, man.
What a show.
That's a perfect fight to start the show. So shout out to both of these young fighters right here, man. That was one hell of a fight. We'll be interested to see what the judges think.
Yeah, that was a great show, man. You know, for our viewers out there, I mean, if you're here, right underneath this ring, you see a front row of these guys, all the energy that they're just training in that ring right now, throwing punches. You know, both fighters are tired, but they both seem to be in extremely good shape right now, because I would be gassed.
You know, and for the fight to go like it did, you know, it was definitely, I would be gassed too, bro. The energy they put into that fight, it was just wild, bro.
Let's see what the scorecard.
So it looks like they're still tallying up the judges' scores right now. We'll see. Both these fighters, though, man, damn good fight. Super excited to have this be the one that we start off with. We just await the official decision. At this time, let me go ahead and remind you, visit DNASportsDenver.com right now. Sign up for for any training session, buy some merch. Perhaps you want to go catch up on the podcast.
Yeah.
Visit DNASportsDenver.com, catch up with us, get down with us, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in, appreciate you live streaming. Everyone that's tuned in on YouTube, very thankful for that. We hope you're enjoying the presentation. And, interact with us, man. Go ahead and hit that comment on there, and we'll shout some comments back at you.
Judges are tallying up their scores now, guys. It
Oh,
was a
looks
close
like we got
fight.
the official word.
Yeah, guys, these judges have a tough decision right off the bat. Again, both these fighters put everything out there. Shout out to both of them. Shout out to both camps.
All right, Project X with the dub right there.
What a great fight, man. I think that was an amazing fight, and I understand it completely, right?
Yeah.
You got one guy, like you said, who's pressing the issue. One's more of the aggressor,
Yeah.
and then you got the other guy who's kind of sitting back and being more of the counter puncher.
Absolutely.
He's landing a little bit more. His land percentage is a lot better. But shout out again to both fighters, because it was a tremendous fight, right? So we got to shout out Sal Crespo Zamora, because he came out and he put on a show as well. But shout out to the winner, Alex Project X Carrillo.
So we're going to get into this next fight. Lopez from Hope versus Najera from Southwest. Right now we got the red corner coming in. Yeah. Love the song choice. You're getting in right there, boy.
Please welcome the blue corner.
Here we go, man. Najera.
Oh, he got the eye of the tiger, boy. Got that Rocky going. I'm about that life, son. I'm about that
Here
life.
we go. God says old heads geeked out for this entrance.
Yo.
Oh, look at the energy he's coming with, too.
He's coming to the ring with a lot of energy, a lot of bounce to his step. All right. I'm feeling this, man. There we go. Hey, these fighters like to let you know they're here. They come and stomp on that ring, boy.
Yeah, man, this is a great show, man. Hey, shout out to my boy Randy from work. He just came over and checked us over at the table. Thanks for your support, brother. Nice to see you here.
That's right. Shout out to being here. Yo, shout out to everybody on the stream and in the house, man. This is so fun. I hope you guys hear our joy and our voices for being able to bring this to you. So as I mentioned, we've got in the red corner, Lopez from Hope, and from Southwest, Najera. We'll let the announcer go to it.
Fighters are in the ring, meeting in the center. Man, you got gotta love the support you hear in the crowd for these fighters, right?
That's right.
That's great.
Here we go.
Pearson, right? You got a
80-pound division here.
Let's go.
That's right. I just heard somebody in the crowd. I know y'all heard it too.
Yeah.
Strap season. That's what these fellas are here for, is them championship bouts.
Yeah, they're here. They want it. They see it over there on the other side of the table, right? Other side of the ring, glaring at them. And here we go. Oh.
Fight two.
Oh.
Fight two. Najera comes out swinging.
Najera has landed some good shots to the head.
Although Lopez working the body a bit.
Yeah, Lopez is the smaller fighter, so he's attacking the body.
That's a way to get inside that reach, work the body. You know, sometimes you got to break him down from within,
Ooh,
right? Oh, there's a good shot
by Lopez to the head.
Oh, there's a good shot right there by Najera.
Yeah.
Najera, excuse me.
Again,
another one, another
fights,
right.
guys, where these guys are just meeting in the center and throwing blows. Good job, young
Good
man.
footwork to get out of there. Looks like Najera trying to work that jab a little bit. Maybe keep Lopez at a better distance. Nice uppercut. Another nice right hook by Najera.
Let's go.
Oh, there's a good overhand right by Lopez.
He timed that right hand.
Sure did. Kind of telegraphed it a little bit.
Yes,
Wonder
he
if
did.
Najera picked that up. Both gentlemen meet in the ring, kind of bring it together, work the body a bit.
Oh, 2 punches landed there, right? Those are points.
Yep,
Get your points where you can get them at.
that's right.
Ooh, nice overhand
big
right.
overhand right there.
left. You know, Lopez is kind of swinging out there, but he's landed on a few of them, so.
Man, that was a really
That was
good
a good
round.
right there, yeah. Another tough one to call. You know, you had, again, a little bit more aggressor, a little bit more length out of the blue corner, but the red corner, man, had some power. And he threw and landed some big shots to the head, so we'll be interested to see how that continues out through the rest of this fight.
You know, I really like Najera's work right there. I mean, he used his jab. It was using that overhand right and left.
Yeah.
Using his distance, using his length on his opponent. I thought he did a great job keeping Lopez away. I think if Lopez can get inside a little bit more, work that inside, work that body, maybe come through with an uppercut, it might favor him a little bit more. Me personally, I was kind of leaning towards Najera on that one, just a little bit. But
Yeah.
I think he did enough to win that round, working and keeping Lopez at bay.
Yeah, he had a little bit more control over that round, in my opinion, as well.
All right, 10 seconds to the round two. Here we go.
Round 2 underway. Here we go. Fighters meet in the center of the ring. And left off, right where they go. Najera's throwing. Lopez countering back.
Lopez dropping his head a little bit when he throws in punches. I don't know if he's seeing where they're landing. He is working that body a little bit, though. Ooh, there's a nice right there by Najera.
Ooh, another good right. Seems to kind of surprised him there. Oh.
A good left counter right there by Lopez. Yo, these guys are not afraid about throwing them hands,
Yeah,
boy.
no, they're definitely going at it. You hear the corners coaching them up, telling them what to throw, right? 1-2, 1-2, 2 top, 2 top. You know, coaching their fighters from the outside of the ring.
Ooh, there's a nice left hook right there by Lopez.
Good right. You know, the one downfall for Lopez is he's really dropping that head, getting in close, where he's not able to really see how Najera kind of just picks him apart and moves. Right, so
kind of light with that. You can't drop that head. You got to keep that head up, see where them punches are landing.
Exactly.
Lopez seems to be tiring out just a little bit. Ooh, there's a nice right hook by Najera, right to the body. And I agree. I agree. I think Lopez's punches, he's throwing a lot of punches, but he's kind of just...
good combination
nice
to the head
there.
right there.
As I said, another right.
Followed up. Good shot by Lopez to end the round there. Good body shot.
Great way to end that round.
Hey, what a great round right there.
You know, you hear Lopez's coaches telling him 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, work that combo. And I think he needs to, because it'll set up that opening for maybe that right hook again. If he gets that jab, 1-2, boom, and then get that right.
Yeah, he looks a little bit shy, right, to throw those hands a little bit. If he just lets him go, he might inflict a little bit more damage, because when he lands, it looks like he lands with a little bit more power than Najera.
And I think Najera's being a little bit more patient.
Yes.
So I think his patience is helping him out a lot, because he's able to counterpunch what Lopez is doing. He's got length on him, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Lopez has got to feint a couple of times with that jab to get inside and start working that inside.
Yeah, really, you got somewhat of a style clash here, right? You got a
you
brawler,
do.
and then you got your finesser. You
Yep.
got your boxer
Your
in
boxer,
there.
yep.
So, you know, one's really aggressive and throwing heavy punches, and the other one's trying to finesse the game. So, round 3 getting ready to go.
Here we go, man. Great fight so far. I might have this one 2-0 right now. It's kind of hard to say. I like Lopez's aggression and the way he's fighting. Let's see what he does here in this round, though. I think if he can lead with that jab, get inside that reach, he can really do some damage here.
Yeah.
He's got some like real power. Like you can see some of the punches he's landed.
He definitely does.
Some strong punches. There we go.
Here they go, right front center of us. Oh, good circle.
Oh, there's a nice right.
Good right.
Right straight
Good
hand.
right. Oh, he has him hooked. Oh, good. Way to separate him right there.
Nice lead jab by Najera. I think Najera's doing a really good job of throwing that jab, kind of sticking it out there, finding the distance, and then closing that distance with his right.
Ooh. You know, I don't know how long Lopez has actually been fighting, if this is his first fight or not. But I'll tell you what,
Ooh,
that
there's
kid,
a stiff left.
if that kid can get some of the boxing down and some of the finessing, he could be a problem because he has a pretty nasty right hook.
Yeah, and he's in there. He's willing to go in there and trade punches. He's willing to stand there and take a shot.
Yep.
Like, you know, that's a lot
Referee
of the
stoppage
issue.
for mouthpiece.
Sometimes that's like the biggest issue, you know what I mean, is being able to have the courage to stand in there and take them punches when they're being delivered in bunches. And, hey, that's just shout out to him. You know, he's not backing down. He's moving forward. He's working forward. I just think, you
Here we
know.
go. Lopez goes in for the shot, and again, ducking that head, he misses there completely.
He does.
And
He's not
Najera
seeing
is
that
ready
target land.
Ready to just sidestep it and counter punch that, and he's landing a lot more of his shots.
And he is. And his
Ooh,
head's
another
up.
Good
Ooh,
right.
there's a nice left right there by Lopez. The head's up for Najera.
Last 10 seconds. Let's see what these fighters lay it out there.
Heads up. He's watching his punches land. Whereas Lopez is, you know, head down a little bit, kind of just throwing the punch and hoping it lands.
Yeah.
That was a good fight, man. I give a shout out to Lopez. He's definitely fighting his tail off. He definitely was stepping up there and brawling, not afraid to trade shots. Me personally, man, I might have to go to blue corner on this one just because he seemed like the more controlled fighter. He seemed like he was able to land the better, cleaner shots, able to use his jab a little bit to set up his hook. And so big shout out to these fighters, though, man. And
I think the judges agreed. These scorecards got in there a lot sooner than the last fight. It was a little bit tougher to call. You know, you had Project X and Zamora again, which I will add that is now the second fight to what should be a trilogy.
I think it set it up perfectly for a trilogy, right?
It did, for sure. So, you know, shout out to them young men. Shout out to these young men that are in the ring right now. We're awaiting the judges' call as we speak.
Hey, that reminded me of one of them old Mexican fights, bro.
Yeah.
You know, where just people are brawling, dude, and they're just throwing, and they're working and they're throwing. So shout out to these two fighters, these two hardworking fighters. Definitely commend them. Riandre Lopez from Hope and Najera from Southwest. You guys definitely did a great job and represented for your clubs, your family, and yourselves out here today. Great job.
Again, and these are young athletes, so please be out there supporting, right? And make sure that you're liking it. If you check them out at any other event, make sure you let them know that you've seen them on the DNA Sports Podcast.
That's right.
Right? And for those viewers at home that may be waiting for an upcoming fight, the next fight coming up will be Calvin St. John versus Edwin Ramirez.
Hey, and that's going to be a good one, 107 pounds. We're going to get into it on that one, bud. Looks like the official word is in, and we'll be going to the announcer here for the decision.
For the decision. It was really a good fight.
And the winner is the blue corner.
Yep, just as we thought, Najera takes that match. He seemed like a little bit more experienced fighter in that match.
He did. He seemed a little bit more poised in there. Again, a little bit more of the counter puncher, and he landed a lot more in his punch percentage. So shout out to him, and he deserved that win.
I'll tell you, bro, I like the way Lopez looked. I like the
too.
way he looked in his defeat. He was still gracious in his defeat. I'm excited to see that kid in the future.
Yeah, no, me too. He's a good kid. Looks like he's fighting out of House of Pain.
No, his club is. Oh, yeah, House of Pain, yeah.
Yeah, House of
Hope.
Pain.
House of Pain, Hope. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yep.
Mhm. You got to forgive me sometimes. All right, here we go. Bout number 3. All right, the ring announcer rock now is Calvin St. John from Clear Creek. Okay.
Switching out referees for these next few bouts. Again, there's a lot of people and a lot of things that go into this performance that we're putting on today. Multiple referees, multiple judges, some coaches posing as referees for other fights. As you've seen, this guy was the corner man for the last fight, and now he's stepping in to be the referee for this fight. So
I think it takes
that's
a
a
awesome.
village.
Yeah, you know what? There's never enough referees, never enough coaches. So it's super dope that these guys are dubbing it out. All right, here comes Edwin Ramirez with his custom ring walk. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. What's he got there? Oh, he's got a whole
whole
contingent.
team with them, huh?
Yeah, man. The squad rolls deep with Icon Boxing,
Yeah,
bud.
here they go. Accompanied by Coach D and Coach Mario right there in the front. And then the rest of the Icon Boxing already holding up the little bit of hardware that they got from Project X.
Already. Now,
And followed by Coach Jess at the end with the rest of the team. Shout out to Icon Boxing and Icon Sales, again, over on 74th and Federal.
Yes,
Check
sir.
them out.
and listen, Icon Boxing, they don't just train fighters to actually fight. They train people to get better health, get better in life. You know what I mean? So if you're looking for a place to come, maybe call your home gym, come down here to Icon Boxing, man. They got adult classes, they got youth classes. They're really good folks in the community, man. And Mario, talks about it. That's what he's all about, is the community.
Yeah. And the community's here.
The community is here.
He's here for the community, and the community definitely came out for the fighters today because we are jam-packed.
That's right. Here we go.
Introducing the fighters, red corner. Calvin St. John.
Calvin St. John coming from Clear Creek, all the way up there in like Georgetown area, bud.
Yeah. Edwin Ramirez at Icon. Here we go. It should be a nice bout right here.
This fight taking place at the 107-pound weight division. Super excited for these young fellas. Look like a little bit of older fellas now.
Yeah, we're getting to the bigger fighters now, so it's exciting to see how action-packed it begins with these older guys.
It definitely is going to be something. Once again, we appreciate y'all tuning in. And here we go. And, hey, the action quickly starts. St. John trying to be the aggressor here.
Yeah.
Ramirez been a little bit more patient. Nice jab, nice jab.
Pretty equal in size with these two fighters. It looks like St. John is a little bit heavier, but as far as reach and length goes, they're pretty equal in stature.
St. John putting together some really nice combos.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
there's
patient.
a big left hook by Ramirez.
He's patient.
Looks like Ramirez is trying to work, possibly for an opening.
Yep.
For a counter shot.
Oh, good headshot right there from Ramirez.
Both these fighters doing a good job rolling.
Yep. And they're still, again, filling each other out. We got a 3-round bout, but these fighters got to get familiar with each other before they just attack.
There it is. Oh, there's a nice left by St. John.
Yeah. Good head movement by Ramirez as well. He's ducking under a few of those combinations. Ooh, good jab there.
That jab's going to be big for St. John. He does seem to have they're both evenly pretty much matched, but he does seem to have just a little bit more
good
reach.
right.
Oh, dropped the mouthpiece here.
Good right there.
So as they get the mouthpiece back into the fighter, both fighters have to go to the neutral corner, the white corner. All right. Looked like it's a punch that knocked that mouthpiece out, too.
It was a good
Oh,
right.
there's a
Ooh.
nice left to start it off.
Oh,
another right by
solid
St.
right,
John.
St. John. What a good round right here, closing out. But, you know, again, I think St. John probably landed a little bit more shots. Another good combination.
Dude, he's definitely
right
hitting
there.
them combos really nice, man. He's getting that 1-2 off really, really nice.
Yeah.
That's a good round for St. John, in my opinion. I think he took that round. Ramirez, he's crisp. He got some good punches, but they're just a step slower than St. John's are right now. And St. John's really making that jab, that 1-2 work, man.
Yeah, and you know, it looks like we got a little bit of blood trickling from Ramirez's nose as well. So St. John's obviously landing. He's locked in with where he wants to throw them shots, and
That's right.
And he's kind of set for the rest of the fight. It seems like. So let's see how Ramirez bounces back this round, and see if he can kind of bring the fight back to a little bit more even of a stance.
Calvin St. John out of Clear Creek and Edwin Ramirez out of Icon Boxing. Round 2 here for these fighters. Great first round. Like I said, in my opinion, I think maybe the red corner got that. But you know what? They're both throwing. They're both working. So it's definitely it's definitely going to be a little tough to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Give it up to these judges, though, man. I do not envy the position they are in.
Both fighters missed there.
Looks like-
Ramirez
looks
is
like-
still trying to find his distance.
And it looks like he's
There's that mouthpiece again.
the ref giving him a little warning about the second time letting that mouthpiece out. You got to keep that mouthpiece in.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if he's leaving his mouth open. Maybe he's a little tired, breathing a little heavily already. You know, watching these kids, we got to come watch these guys train, and they put some work in, you know, but that doesn't mean that the adrenaline ain't hitting and that you're not getting a little tired to go. So
Yeah.
we're back in the action now, though. It's like they're filling each other out. Ooh, good 1-2
good
combination
1-2
by St. John again.
St. John's found his shot, it seems like.
He definitely looks like the more confident fighter right now,
Yep.
too. He's delivering that blow each
Another
time.
good left right there.
Man, another one. Oh, that's a nice
You
right.
know, it would be interesting to see if Calvin St. John pairs that 1-2 combo with another
Yeah, maybe
punch
an
in there.
uppercut or something.
Yeah, it might. Oh,
Or they go to the
Ramirez
ropes
got some
right
back
now.
against the ropes.
You know, I got to give it
Ramirez
up to
is pushing the
Ramirez. He's
pressure.
pushing forward, trying to work inside that range that St. John has.
Yep.
Oh, there's a nice right. Oh, nice uppercut by St. John right there. I don't know if it connected. I couldn't tell from this angle, but he definitely must have hurt us.
Yep.
I'll take full credit
Punches.
for that.
Oh, good.
There's another one, man.
Ooh.
Another right, another left. There's a good right
They're
right
throwing.
there.
There's a good left by Ramirez. Good body shot by Ramirez to end the round.
Hey, man, I think that was a better round for Ramirez.
Me too.
He closed the gap a little bit. St. John is just really connecting on that 1-2. He's hitting with that jab, coming through with that right. And then that last one, he started mixing an uppercut in there.
Yeah, you would think that he may be the little bit more polished fighter. I really don't know these two fighters right now, but he looks like he has a little bit more ring presence out there in the ring. So, you know, shout out to them again. Again, Ramirez is fighting a good fight, right? He's trying to find his distance, but Calvin St. John got that little bit of reach on him in that 1-2 combo that's kind of keeping Ramirez at bay. But Ramirez had a little bit more leeway in that last round, getting inside with a couple connections to the body and to the head. So
He found his entry. He
Yep.
worked in a little bit, found his entry. Now it's interesting to see if he can capitalize on that. Let's see if St. John can close this out in this round and leave no debate to these judges.
yeah, and you know, unfortunately, Ramirez might be behind in the scorecard, so he is definitely going to have to bridge the gap here a little bit and hopefully get him a knockdown or something to kind of change that scorecard a little bit.
He had a nice, strong finish, and so I know that helped him on that last round. Looks like he's feinting a little bit more, trying to fake him in. There's a nice
Oh, there's a
combination
good
right
one
there
right
to
there.
connect with the right. St. John just seems super poised right now.
Yeah, he's comfortable in there.
Yeah, he's not panicking. He's not rushing his shots or anything like that. He's picking his
Ooh,
spot.
good right for-
See, that's what Edwin needs to do, man. He needs to hit that combo a little bit more.
Yep.
Then that combo works for him.
Yeah, so far Ramirez is definitely taking this round right here. Good combo.
Now these guys are just throwing.
Yeah,
these
they're
boys are
going
letting
now.
it all
They know
go.
it's the last round.
And
Everything's on the line right here. The strap's on the line. Let's see who wants it more.
I commend St. John too. He ain't just sitting back on
No.
it. You know, he can sit here and say, I probably have a 2-round lead and just run. But he's mixing it up still too, trying to
They're
seal
both throwing
it
right now.
And I like that because you don't want to ever leave anything up for these judges to decide, right?
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're the reason.
Good right for St. John there, and St. John looks like he may be a little bit gassed, so that's where Ramirez is kind of coming in, but he has to be careful of that 1-2 that St. John has pretty nasty.
Well, it looks like St. John's leaking from his nose a little bit now too, so both these
blood
fighters.
from both fighters.
Here we go, last 10 seconds of the round.
Let's go, boys. Let's finish out strong here.
This is a great round right here.
Yeah.
Both these fighters wanted to come win this round, this fight in this round. Didn't want to leave it up to nobody.
With the couple punches that St. John landed there, I still think I scored that round for Ramirez.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to see how that second round was scored.
Right.
Because in my opinion, it comes down to the second round where I personally think I would edge it to St. John.
Yep.
This fight 2-1. However, that third round right there, man, I think Ramirez finally found out where his lane was, and he finished that fight off at the end of the second, and the third round was phenomenal for him. So good job to both fighters. What a great fight.
I commend the lack of fear. That I cower over no one. To go ahead and go out there and throw him, bro. Like, I commend that, man. That's definitely big. That's definitely big. Keep throwing. Hey, you never know when you're going to land a punch and put somebody on their back and really change the perspective of a fight.
Yeah. Man, hey, listen, again, shout out to these fighters. Shout out to Mario. Bout's in the center of the ring. We're going to see who gets this. I think both fighters are deserving. They both came out here, put on a show. If it was up to me, I think, again, I would score this one in the favor of Calvin St. John 2-1.
That was a great fight. Both these young athletes are warriors, man. They put it up. Hey, there was no stop. There was no sitting back. It was straightforward. It's like the transmission don't work. There's no reverse. All they doing is going forward, man. That's a great fight.
Yeah, see, I think I got it round 1. I may have had it a 10-8.
That big of a round, huh?
10-8 round for St. John. The other round, very, very close. And the last round, I have 10-9 for Ramirez, in my opinion. So, again, I think that this fight could come down to that second round, and it's anybody's fight at this point.
Well, let's go to the official score.
And it's unanimous for a red corner.
So Calvin St. John is your winner by unanimous decision. Hey, and I can't be mad at them. I mean, I thought the last round maybe might have went to Edwin, but St. John was busy the whole time. He was working. He was sticking that combo, and it was a very successful combo for him too.
Yeah, I think it typically just came down to who found their niche a little bit sooner, right?
That's right.
And it seems like, again, St. John kind of just found his comfortability within the fight from the very beginning with that 1-2 combination he kept throwing. And, it took Ramirez a little bit longer to get going. But once he got going, it was a great fight. And shout out to both those fighters.
So we're going to get into this next fight, man. We got Max Martinez from Top Notch going up against Ulysses Besera from A1 in the 80-pound division. Shout out to DJ FX.
Shout out to Scotty and Dono on the ring cam.
That's right.
And on the ring entrances camera.
Yo, man, everyone working today, boys. Everyone working today. So we're about to get into this next fight. As you can see on camera right now, we've got got to point it back at these custom ring entrances. I think we mentioned this on the podcast, and we've mentioned it a couple of times today. But this is the cool part about it, bro. Like seeing these ring entrances, seeing these young folks be able to just follow along and have fun with it, man. Like, we're serious about a lot of things, but it's important to have fun doing things you enjoy doing.
Yeah, man, and what a great day, right? We're an hour in, and we've already had 4 action-packed fights. And usually things get started and warm up, so I'm excited to see what the end of this card has in store for us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As I mentioned, Max Martinez in the red corner from Top Notch. Ulysses Besera in the blue corner from A1. 1. Looks like Besera is going to be in the black with green trim, black headgear, blue gloves. And it looks like Max Martinez is going to be in the black shirt, white trunks with the red gloves, black headgear.
And I just want to, again, point out the ultimate professionalism here at Icon Boxing in this event. You know, you have judges are changing out every so often with the fights. They don't have the same judges here calling all fights. Referees are changing out. And it's just an amazing event, and it's truly, truly remarkable to see all what goes into putting on a show like this. Excuse me.
You good, Scotty? Right on, Scotty.
I didn't see no guy walking.
Hey, he snuck in on us there, bud. It's crazy, man, because some of these guys are real little, so you can't see him sneak by some of these folks, man.
I don't even think he went fully back there, honestly.
Nah, he was been hanging out up here.
Max Martinez had a top notch. Oh, dude, I think his coach, honestly, if his coach's name is Danny, he's a ex-professional fighter and is my old elementary school friend's dad.
Oh, no way.
He looks very, very familiar.
All right, both these boys look poised and ready to go. 80-pound weight class here. Max Martinez from Top Notch, Ulysses Besera from A1. This should be a really good fight, man. I'm expecting to see some hands going in this one.
Here we go. Round 1 underway. Fighters meet in the center.
There they go, swinging.
Punches throwing.
They are not shy. Just let them go.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, good
There's a nice
combo
straight left
there
right there by Martinez.
Oh, man.
It's like they get that feeling out by throwing punches.
Yeah, Ulysses is throwing punches while Martinez is trying to get in.
Oh, nice uppercut by Ulysses.
Adjusting his headgear there.
Look,
Ooh.
I think Besera sees that. He keeps trying to come in with that uppercut. He has an opening for it. There's another one right
He's
there.
leaving it wide open.
Yep.
He already seen it. Let's see if that's a difference maker in this fight.
Nice body shot. Nice body shot. There's a nice right hook by Martinez.
Yep. Good headshot there by Martinez as well.
Now, these fighters are not leaving anything in, to chance, man. They are throwing punches and bunches here tonight.
Uh-oh. It looks like Martinez.
Ooh, there's a big punch by Besera.
It looks like Ulysses' power is starting to get to Martinez a little bit. It's kind of backing off. Let's see how this fight continues.
Wow.
Oh, he don't.
Well, the referee giving him a standing 8 count. And, he kind of was backing up a little bit and kind of backed up so much to the fact that you're wondering if he's wanting to be in this. And that's it.
Done.
Referee
He's
calls
done.
it. Referee calls it.
Hey, and, I've seen it early with one of those body shots he connected, right? He hit him right in the body, and you kind of see Martinez kind of back up, and instantly you seen the look in his eyes like he just couldn't take it no more. Those body shots are a lot harder to take than some people think. You seen it a few weeks ago in the Ryan Garcia fight.
Yeah.
Tank landed that body shot, and it took a couple seconds to settle in, and he had to back up and take the KO as well. So, shout out to Martinez for coming out here and trying his hardest, but
And they don't feel good, man. Like, them body shots do not feel good whatsoever. And they take time to recover.
Yeah.
They take time to recover. And, sometimes you don't have enough time to recover on those, man. And that's just what happened right there. So, shout out to Max Martinez for busting his tail and coming out here and getting it. Sometimes you the fly and sometimes you the poo, and it just happens like that.
yeah.
Big congrats to Ulysses Besera from A1. He came in throwing some bombs.
Yeah, man, and he's seen exactly his opening, and he took it, right? You said it earlier. He was throwing that uppercut. He was throwing that body shot.
That's
and
right.
He's seen what Max was giving him, and he took advantage of it, and that's exactly what these young fighters should do when they come out here. Is they should see what their opportunity is and take advantage of it, and that's exactly what Ulysses did there. So good job to him, and again, good job to Max Martinez for coming out here and putting on shows as much as he could.
Hey, you know what, man? The greatest thing about a loss is the comeback, right? So you get your chance for the comeback. big shout out to these young athletes, these young fighters that are out here putting in this work, man. I give them big props on getting in there.
Yeah, good job to both these fighters.
Let's go. Big congrats to the Ulysses Besera out of A1 with the big TKO in this one. And look at the sportsmanship there, man. Martinez hands him his strap, dude. You know what? That's big on Martinez, bro. I give that kid lots of credit, man. That's love.
Yeah. You know, good thing for both of them, man. And a good thing for their support system in the corner, because as a young kid, right, you get in this kind of situation and you take that body shot. Sometimes you want to just shut down. And, you know, he couldn't continue the fight, but he definitely didn't shut down or cower away at all.
So now, bro, we about to get into some monsters here.
Okay.
We got the 175-pound division. LA Grado Lopez versus Christian Montez. Grado Lopez out of House of Pain and Montez out of Icon Boxing. So this should be fun. Watching Montez spar the other day, man, the kid has power. The kid can throw his hands. He's really quick. I'm interested to see how this one goes. I know House of Pain, they produce some fighters, boy.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to be fun to see this one go as we swap out referees, get a new official in for this one. Looks like maybe.
Yeah, and you know, I know House of Pain as well. And the same with Icon is both those facilities are in neighborhoods where there's a little bit more of a chip on some of their fighters' shoulders. So, you know, good thing for us as the viewers and for you at home, you should have an action-packed bout here coming up.
You know,
at 185.
It's important, man. Like, these young kids find an outlet. They're able to stay out of trouble. And, you know, we talked about it. Boxing is a great way to kind of release some energy, release some frustration, and you know, do it without getting in trouble. You know, too many times these kids want to fight in the streets. Well, you get to get in between this squared circle right here and get it popping for real.
Yeah, and I would like to correct myself. I said 185. These fighters are coming in at 175. Big boys.
Big boys, man.
I think they need to see a little bit of our faces during this one.
You want, you know, maybe.
Maybe. Here we go, baby.
Here we go.
Here they come in.
It doesn't look like. Oh, okay. Where's he at? There he is. There he is.
Red corner.
Oh, this red.
Black trunks with the red flames on them.
Let me get back to the ring camera. Our ring walk camera froze on us real quick. We do apologize about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the blue corner, Christian Montez.
Yeah, here we go. Christian Montez. Icon Boxing coming up to the ring.
All right, we back up, man. Yeah, just like that. Technical difficulties. Boom, we back. We live again. Let's go.
Make sure to check out DNASportsDenver.com.
That's right. So coming into this fight, you know, the Perrier Poppy, Christian Montez.
Perrier Poppy. 5
fights, okay? LA Grado Lopez, 2 fights. So both fighters fairly new to the game. Again, that Icon group coming in, boy, they coming in deep, man.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, man, this one's going to be an exciting one.
Yo, Christian looks intense, son.
And it looks like Christian has the length right here on the fighter. Right, looks like he's the more longer fighter. And it's going to be a good one. I'm excited. So Lopez looks like he's a little bit more thicker, so we'll see what's going on here.
So Lopez from, did I say from House of Pain? Yeah. Lopez from House of Pain in the black trunks with red trim, black shirt, red headgear and gloves. And Montez, the Perrier Poppy, all black, blue gloves. Eli.
Here we go.
I've been saying Eli. It's Eli.
It's Eli.
Hey, House of Pain deep in the house.
They're deep. Yeah, they're deep in here. Oh, look at the intense look right there from Christian.
Boy.
Yeah, they're going back and forth a little bit, right? Icon and House of Pain kind of chanting at each other. A little bit of fun sportsmanship going back and forth from Mario and House of Pain.
This ought to be fun, man.
This is going to be a good one.
You got
here.
the bigger kids here, the 17-year-olds, man. They about to get it in.
Yeah, strap on your seatbelts because here we go. Oh, look at Christian. He's pouncing.
Much more patient.
He's pouncing.
Christian's
Look
a
at setting
big
up that
kid,
length.
man.
Setting up that length.
Definitely has a reach advantage over his opponent right now, over Lopez.
This Christian looks determined here.
So, man, when I was filming him spar last week,
Good combo
I almost
right
got
there.
ran over a couple of times trying to get this man and trying not to get killed at the same time.
Oh, good combo
nice
there.
Right there, or left by Montez.
Good body shot.
Oh, good left right there by Montez. He's stalking right now, man. He looks like he's stalking the prey.
Lopez got to start throwing some punches or else he's going to be in trouble here.
Nice jab, nice jab.
Oh, good left hook right there.
Yeah, and Montez is southpaw here.
Uh-oh. The ref talking to Montez about something. Here we go. Oh, good body shot.
A little awkward fighting that southpaw fighter, you know. Always tough angles, always tough to work around.
Man, his overhand right is there. Lopez keeps dropping that left hand.
Brian, bringing the camera right to bringing the fight right to our camera. Great right by Montez. That lead right, followed by that left.
Ooh.
He's doing a really good job of mixing his jab in there to set up his punches.
Lopez looks like
fast hands too. Holy cow! There's a nice combo there up against the ropes.
Montez here.
Look like Lopez is trying to figure him out a little bit.
He is. That was a good uppercut, but it missed.
Montez is kind of directing the fight a little bit. Kind of got this fighter on his heels.
Good right.
Great round by Montez right there. I think Lopez has a lot to work on in his corner right now.
Yeah.
Montez does seem to be the fresher and the more aggressive fighter in this one. He does have a ton of power in them hands too.
He does, and he got the reach, right? So he's keeping him at distance, and he's throwing what he wants to throw. For me, again, I think Montez kind of controlled that round, and I think it's pretty easy for these judges to call that one.
You know, Montez is coming in. He's working in. I think if Lopez worked his jab and then came underneath with something, maybe to the body, maybe try to start working the body a little bit, that might help him find an opening to stick that uppercut that he's thrown a couple of times. He's thrown it a few times, and he just got to find that opening to get it in there.
Yeah, you know, I think he needs to also change a little bit of levels because he's the shorter of the two fighters, so Montez is able to sit back and kind of just pick him apart. If he changes that head level a little bit, maybe he can get inside and work the body like you say.
Here we go, round two of the action. Already our fifth fight.
Yeah, here we go. Again, Christian's on the prowl right there. Oh, Lopez lands a punch. Lopez seems a little bit more active.
Oh, big left hook right there by Montez.
See if Montez can slow that down. Oh.
Montez definitely bringing the action. Good left hook right there again. He's throwing that left hook, man, with consistency.
Yeah.
He's landed it almost every time now, left to the body. Ooh, nice right there by Lopez.
Right jab from Lopez. Ooh, good left. Good combo there for Montez on the ropes. Oh, he got some back into the corner.
Good stick. Hey, man, his head movement's really good right now. He looks like the faster fighter of the two, being Montez.
It's slowed down from, look at right there in front of the camera, right in front of our face.
Some of that good action right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, good land right there with the left.
See, that's that left and then that right. That left and then that right. It's just open every time. Or excuse me, right and then left.
Ooh, good foot movement right there. He circled and threw that left. Oh, look at he's feeling comfortable out there now.
Working different angles too. He's trying to find different angles. That's one of the difficulties in fighting a left-handed fighter is you're able to work from different angles than you're more common seeing, you know.
I think he's starting to see that Lopez is dropping that left because he's circling to the left. Now look for him to throw that overhand right as he circles to the left.
Good punch combination right there by Montez. Nice uppercut.
Oh, good uppercut there. Big
Lopez
boys look
definitely.
like they're tiring out a little bit.
Yeah, they definitely see the 175 on him. But Montez is definitely the busier fighter right now.
Controlling the pace of the fight.
Yeah, that's kind
Last
of what
10
you
seconds
do,
of the second round.
If you get in there, once you find out you can, you
good
want to
left
control that
from
pace.
Lopez. Ooh, lands a couple after the bow, but hey, everything's fair in love and war, right? Hey, listen, man, I think Montez kind of controlled that round as well. I think it's 2-0, in my opinion. Lopez is out there trying, but again, he's just a little bit smaller, right? A little bit less reach.
You could definitely see the experience in Montez, shining a little brighter right now than that of Lopez. But these big kids, you never know what happens. All it takes is one shot.
That's right.
You see what happened in the third round. Before we get to the third round, once again, I just want to make sure you go up to DNASportsDenver.com. Give us a follow, a like. Go find us on our socials. If you need to sign up for a training session, man, we got you. We can take care of you. DNASportsDenver.com.
And if you're out there viewing, tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and join the notification gang on our YouTube channel. Here we go, man. We're getting ready with the action-packed third round of this fight. Again, Montez stalking his prey as he takes the fight to Lopez. Lopez got to fight back in this third, or else he's in trouble.
Nice right there by Lopez. That's probably his best shot of the night so far. That reach,
okay,
though.
there they go. It's in.
That distance for Montez is really creating a problem for Lopez, though.
But Montez is being a little bit aggressive and getting in a little bit closer than what his reach needs.
Yeah.
He has to be careful to not catch one from Lopez as he goes and attacks on the inside.
Well, and I think if Lopez is going to surprise and win this fight, he's got to be able to do that, right? He's got to catch Montez slipping when Montez comes in close, maybe a little closer than maybe is for comfort.
Yeah.
Right now, it just doesn't look like Montez feels like Lopez can hurt him, and he's not afraid at all of getting in close and getting in that phone booth with him.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, good left right there. Good combo from Montez.
Montez got that mouth open, breathing a little heavy. I mean, he is working.
He's throwing a lot of punches.
That's a good counter right there by Lopez.
Yeah.
Ooh, good left. Doubled it up. Another one right there,
Yeah.
sends spit and sweat flying.
Yeah. Montez looks a little bit gassed. Looks like he's starting to lower his hands just a little bit, but he's still working. He's still throwing, still controlling the fight. Oh, good combos here on the ropes.
Right in front of us.
Great action here, fellas.
Yeah, it's a great fight, man. It's a great fight. These boys are really pushing the pace. You see the young guys, and they seem like they got energy for days. And these older fellas.
Good
there you go.
Lopez
getting off right there. That's probably some of his best combination of the day. His third round has been a little more favorable to Lopez. I still see Montez with it. Great way to finish right there by Lopez, though, man. He didn't give up. He didn't quit. He fought back and showed some heart.
And, shout out to Icon. I think they were a little bit more prepared for this fight. He was pushing the envelope, At a time during that third round, I glance over to the corner and see Mario kind of give Montez the nod at push the pace, attack him. Don't let up on the pressure, apply pressure. So it looks like that was the game plan coming in, and it looked like it was effective enough to win this fight.
Well, you know what pressure does, Dom? It bursts pipes.
It bursts pipes.
And so sometimes when you get that pressure on, a kid starts thinking, or a young person starts thinking, a fighter starts thinking, and they thinking in the ring. Might be, that's more energy they're wasting.
Yeah, true that, but it also creates diamonds. So, when you're in a tough situation and you feel that pressure, just stay there, stay strong, and become a diamond, baby.
There you go.
Hey, shout out to these fighters, man. Again, shout out to Montez and shout out to Lopez.
Another great fight, man. Another great fight. I think this one's a little bit easier to judge on the cards. Lopez gave it a good go, man. I think he's got a lot to work with, and he's got a lot to be proud of.
For sure.
And I look forward to seeing, this guy kind of move his way up and get that work in Montez just seemed like the much more polished fighter this afternoon.
Yeah, and again, that reach was a little bit tough to get.
It was.
Get
It
within.
was.
So, shout out to Lopez. He was trying to find his way in. He just could not find that. But here we are for the official score.
Unanimous decision.
Unanimous decision. Christian Montez
with the big dub right there over Eli Grotto Lopez out of House of Pain Boxing.
Quick prayer from Christian Montez.
Father, thank you for giving us everyone the opportunity to box today. I pray for everyone's protection and just everything. I just want to let you know you can do all through God. Use me as your testimony. So just amen. God bless you all. Go God is over.
Hey, shout out to that young man, right? Hey, everybody has a why, and everybody does it for a reason, and his reason is the Lord. And good job. Way to get out there and spread the word, young man. A little bit of technical difficulties again. There we go.
Cool.
Hey, nevertheless, guys, you guys worry. Again, if you have a little technical difficulties, back out and refresh the page.
Technical what, Coach?
Right, refresh that page. But don't worry, because Coach Al on these controls over here got you covered.
Hey, we're getting into a fight that we were talking about a little earlier. Kind of excited to see. We're seeing a young man making his debut here with Icon Boxing. It'll be in the red corner, our buddy Ezra Sanchez, and he'll be taking on David Ong from Top Notch.
What song do you think that Ezra chose?
I'm a champion. See, look, A1's already coming out here, so we ain't even getting to see their ring entry.
I think he said something about they don't want the smoke, right?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. All right. Here comes Ezra. At some point.
This is in the division 85 pounds.
85 pounders going here. And it
I
looks
think
like
you skipped over one, Coach. We're not on Ezra right now. We are on Jaden Martinez versus Anthony Placencia.
I did skip over that. That's my bad right there. That's why Jaden's in the red corner. And anyway, Jaden Martinez from A1 versus Anthony Placencia from Rodarte
In the blue corner.
in the blue corner. So
Anthony's in all blue, and Jaden is in the A1 fresh warm-ups, black and green with the red gloves. Here we go. Ready to get it going again.
man, hey, here we go. Another fight. 85 pounds. Both fighters look poised and ready.
Jaden Martinez from A1.
Here we go, guys. And this is
When Mario said he was gonna fit 400 people in here, I thought he was full of it. But holy cow, there is at least 400 people in this mug.
Yeah, man, and it's a pretty cool setup. Like you said earlier, he got the good old VIP section over there,
right.
cracking off.
Shout out to Floyd Diaz,
Here we go,
Castro.
round one. Ooh, and these guys are going at it quick.
Yo, the young man from A1, Martinez,
Jaden,
he's coming through
he's
swinging,
a
boy.
firecracker.
Look at that energy he's just bringing.
Yeah, let's see if he
Quick, too.
tires out if it goes a little later. But if he brings that pressure, he might be able to control this fight.
Wow, man, look at his footwork and his movement, dude. He is just missing it. Them punches are just missing him.
Hey, and shout out to Anthony by establishing that jab and backing
Yep.
him up, right? Saying back up a little bit. He feels the pressure, and that's how you become a diamond, by backing him up with that Lennox Lewis jab. Good
There you
job.
go. There you go. Nice Lennox Lewis reference there, Coach.
Yep.
As you're going to reference anyway, might as well reference one of the GOATs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good left right there.
See, that jab is there,
Yep.
man. He found his distance. So he's definitely going to kind of slow the pace of the fight down a little bit.
And he's smart with it, too, because as that pressure comes, stick that jab to kind of keep that pressure off you, right? Stick that jab, keep that pressure off of you.
Oh, man. But Jaden is definitely a firecracker. He is definitely controlling the pace of the fight while Anthony is trying to slow it down.
There's a nice right by Anthony right there. Oh, nice counter right there.
Oh,
another one right there
right
by Anthony.
Bounce that head back there.
Jaden is dropping that left hand as he throws kind of wildly, and Anthony's taking advantage of it and popped that right in there twice.
Ooh,
there's another one.
Another one.
A nice right by Jaden. Hey, that was a good end of that round right there.
Hey, and great sportsmanship by both of these guys to tap it up at the end of the round.
That was an interesting round, man. How do you score that one? Because you got Jaden that's putting the pressure. You know, he's putting the pressure. But then you got Anthony here who's kind of finding his moments, finding his spots, and making more impactful punches.
Yeah, see, for me, it's similar to the Project X fight, right? You had Zamora who was putting the pressure on, but you had X who was kind of sitting back, counterpunching, and landing a lot more. So for me, I have it for Anthony in the blue corner because I feel like he was kind of sitting back, picking his shots, and he was landing a lot more of his shot percentage than the red corner. But if Jaden continues to press the pace here, he can definitely land a couple that'll change the tempo of this fight.
Jaden definitely got caught a couple of times with that wild throwing hands and then getting caught with that right hook. Let's see if Anthony can take advantage of that a little bit more and kind of introduce some more of that. Let's see if Jaden will make the adjustment and maybe get a little more controlled in there.
Yep. Here we go, right in the center.
I guess that answered our question.
Both
these fighters right here in the center going. Jaden getting his punches in for sure.
Look,
There's a nice left and a right by Jaden. And Jaden's really pushing the pressure now.
He is going. They're throwing, ladies and gentlemen. See, this pressure is the type of pressure that I said, if he can continue to press this pressure on, he might put Anthony in an uncomfortable position.
Well, what Jaden did right there too, Dom, is he didn't give Anthony time to set that jab up, right? Yep. He just, boom, right to him, right to it, right to punches and bunches. And if you can't get that jab set up, you're not able to set that distance.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what Anthony needs to do here.
He's slowing it down right now. Anthony's like, hold on.
That jab.
Yep. There's a nice right over top by Jaden. Anthony follows up with a right of his own.
Good jab from Anthony right there. Anytime he steps forward, he needs to throw that jab to back him up. Don't be surprised with the intensity that Jaden is coming forward. If he doesn't get knocked to the canvas by a quick little subtle jab thrown by Anthony.
Well, it looks like Jaden wants to control that pace, and what Anthony needs to do is he needs to slow Jaden down with that jab, kind of make it the fight he wants to fight opposed to the fight Jaden wants to fight. I get the feeling that Jaden wants to get out there, wants to scrap, wants to maul, and I feel like Anthony's more of the boxer. He wants to kind of control the pace.
Good one lands for Jaden right there.
You know, that right at there to finish it by Anthony, but I almost have to give that round to Jaden right there.
I agree with you. Right now, going into this third round, I think it's
1-1.
even up.
I'd call it 1-1, yeah.
I think first round goes to the blue corner, second round goes to the red corner. I think he just was a little more aggressive, and a lot of those wild punches actually landed for him in this round. So
he came out more crisp with his punches. He was wild and aggressive and throwing them, but they were landing on target, whereas in that first round, he was throwing, missing, and then getting caught. This time, he wasn't missing as much early on and getting caught. Now, Anthony slowed it down a little bit as the round kind of got towards the back half of the round, but I think Jaden did enough in that round to kind of take that round from him. And I'm not surprised to see it 1-1 right now. I'm excited to see what this third round has to offer.
Yeah, and, I think it's really going to be key for Anthony to, again, know that Jaden's going to come out like a firecracker out of this corner right now and start that jab and establish the jab really early in this last round to kind of win the last round and take this fight by a split decision.
That last round, Anthony came out and was willing to trade with him. Let's see if he does that same thing this round or if he establishes that jab and gets going. Oh, there's a nice left right there. Another one by Jaden. Ooh, nice stiff right by Anthony right there.
Yeah, I wish they would have caught our faces on that one. Let's go, boys. Last round.
So you got to understand, both these fighters probably feel pretty good about where they're at in this fight right now. So now there's a nice left jab right there by Anthony. Now it's kind of like who's going to win the war of attrition right now? Who's going to not tire out? Who's going to be able to throw more powerful, meaningful
right
punches?
There from Anthony.
Nice, 3-punch combo to the body, then came upstairs a little bit more.
They're both gassed out, but this is the round you got to put it all out there, fellas. Let's go.
Championship round right here. Who's going to take home that strap today? Oh, nice little work by Jaden.
Oh, good
nice uppercut.
Oh, good to duck out
Missed
of the way.
The right
Missed
uppercut,
the
but
right.
caught that left, though. Another
good
left right there.
Good movement by Jaden. He's starting to circle a little bit more to where that he's taking away the jab
He's
that
using-
Anthony's relying on.
He's using that lead punch as an entry, too. So he's throwing that lead, and then he's following through with that right hand. And he needs to do that more to get inside of that jab.
You know, I think that's a great adjustment by the corner to tell him to sidestep that jab and go to the right or the left of it.
Man, this is a tough round to
This
score
is a
right
very
here.
tough round to score. I think whoever lands the most punches. Oh, there went the round.
Man, that was a tough round.
Yeah, you know, I think that's going either way, and I'm going to actually leave this one to the professionals because I don't know how to call this one.
Yeah, that was a really good round right there. I felt Jaden was aggressive,
Yeah.
but not unnecessarily aggressive, right? Aggressive and disciplined, as an old coach friend of mine, Jesse, used to say. Great round. I'm going to lean towards Jaden on that one.
I thought we were going to disagree for a second, but I actually agree with you on that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the other way.
Yeah, because again, I think the landing percentage was a little bit better throughout the entirety of the fight for Anthony.
Yeah.
However, Jaden was very aggressive, and he also landed some good shots that could have stole some points from the scorecards.
Yeah.
So I actually am leading towards Jaden on this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony steals it on the scorecard.
No, they both did a great job. This was a great fight. Definitely a tough one to get your decision on. It looks like the judges are working on it right now, so we should have that official decision for you here very, very, very shortly.
Hey, brother, either way, I think one corner is not going to be very happy by whatever decision is coming because they deserve it both.
Yeah, this was a tough one, man, for these guys to decide on and figure out. Great fight, great fight. A lot of energy, man. I love that fight. My boy DJ FX spinning them classics though, bud. Hey,
So
shout out to
get
DJ FX spinning them classics. Made me think like I'm 15 or 11, 12 years old back at the crib with my parents and they partying it up.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Dom singing over here, boy. Who sing this song, Dom?
Get it, boys.
I ain't gonna do you like that. I ain't gonna do you like that. So, man, moving right down this card, 6th fight of the night already, coming up 7th fight. Let's go to the official decision.
Out number 6.
6th fight of the night. 24 to go.
And it goes to the red corner.
Wow.
Close decision. Again, close decision, but we were both on the same
Yeah.
page with that one. Again, I think it was all about the tempo of the fight.
Yeah.
You know, he was throwing a lot more punches. So when you throw more, your percentage, even though you're not landing a lot of them, your percentage is naturally going to go up once you land those punches because you're throwing more punches, right? I think if Anthony would have threw a little bit more punches, we might have had a closer decision.
You know, and I don't necessarily think it's just all the throwing either. He was throwing effective punches too, so it wasn't just wild throwing.
Yeah.
You know, as we saw in that first fight from Zamora, it was a little bit more precise and clean with whether he was landing. So great job for both them fighters.
Yeah, man. Hey, again, guys, this is an exciting event. That was the 6th fight of 30. There's 24 more fights. Stay tuned because there's more coming up. And the last one you were talking about, right, the debut of Ezra. Well, that's this next fight, guys. So, again, young man Ezra out of Icon Boxing is going up against David Ung, and it should be an exciting fight.
80-pounders right here. As Coach Dom here mentioned, Ezzy Sanchez making his debut here for Icon, and David Ong fighting with Top Notch.
Hey, man, it's cool. I was just glancing over here right to the left, and I see Jaden hugging his grandparents and all of his family, them showing him love and support for him coming out and getting the fight.
That's awesome.
You know, good thing for all these fighters out here.
Man, that's one right there you're gonna have to think about for fight of the night.
Yeah.
That was a damn good fight. And
You know, I still, so far for me, I still think it's probably Calvin St. John.
that was a good fight too. Yeah.
Versus Edwin Ramirez. I think that was a great one. I think Project X was a great fight.
Yeah. Tough fights.
Yeah, tough fights.
Tough fights. So we get to this ring entrance here very, very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Please.
On to the next one. Here we go.
I'm excited to see these entrances, man. I'm over here tuned to the screen,
Yeah.
see what we got going on.
Here comes Ezra. Ezra
Let's go,
to the
Ezzy.
ring.
Oh, he's bringing it out to that 8 Mile.
man.
Let's go. You ever had one shot?
Let's go,
Let's
Ezra.
go.
I love the intensity, boy. Get in there and do what you do. It's going to be a good fight. Shout out to David Ung as well.
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to act like I'm leaning impartial to either way, but shout out to these young men that are out here getting ready to put on a show. Oh, Ezra looks hype and ready.
Man, them boys with that ring stomp, though, man.
Yeah.
David Ong from Top Notch. Ezra Izzy Sanchez from Icon Boxing. Excited to see a good bout here. David looks super, super focused right now, man. This will be an interesting fight, and we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, this will be a good one.
Okay, David, I like this. I like the music you going to too, though.
Dude, I really do think that was my buddy's.
Yeah, he looks familiar. He does look familiar.
He looks super familiar.
Brother looks familiar. Shout out to these coaches, man, working with these young people, making sure they're doing something positive and constructive with their lives, man. Definitely got to give all these coaches a shout out. As a coach myself, I love seeing it, brother. I love seeing these coaches just find something that they're dedicated to. And then, like we were talking about with Coach Rich on the podcast a while back, he was a professional fighter, kickboxer, passing that love on down to his grandson. That's what we want to see, man. That's what we love to see.
Hey, you know what I'm interested to see is how once we get into some of these later fights, I'm interested to see how some of these kids' stamina holds up throughout the event.
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of fights going on, and some of these fighters have been here since very early with
Having
weigh-ins.
to wait to the end. And
So we'll see how some of them hold up against the time of the event itself.
for sure.
Oh, this is going to be a fun one. I could see it. David looks locked in.
Definitely.
Oh, the judges are definitely giving the blue corner a little bit of grief about the blending of the trunks.
Black on black.
In comparison to his black shirt.
Not a lot of contrast. Well, I guess on the other side.
Ooh, good punches.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, these guys are
Ezra
going.
and David are just going at it right now.
Ezra's throwing a lot of punches, but David looks composed.
Nice left by David.
Go, Ezra. Throw them punches.
David looks to
Attack.
have maybe a little bit of the reach advantage here.
Yep. Looks
Ezra,
like
a
more
little-
of the
shorter
experienced fighter as well.
Ezra isn't afraid to mix it up, though. He's
No.
bringing him down to his level, pulling down on the head a little bit. A little crafty little move there.
Yep.
Oh, that's a low blow right there.
Ooh.
Nice right by David. Ooh,
Well, he
punch to
sees
the
that
gut
body.
right there, too. Another one to the gut there. It's 2 rights to the gut. Brings them hands down to block. That's an effective move, though, man. You get them hands down and you open up that head. Give an opportunity maybe to sneak that right hook in.
Yeah, David looks like a little bit more of an experienced fighter. He's a little bit more polished with his head movement, his foot movement. But again, Ezra is
He's interesting,
pressing
man.
the pace.
David switching back and forth from southpaw to orthodox. Wonder how that will confuse Ezra, being Ezra making his debut. He doesn't have the experience. I wonder if that's something that'll work against him. Again, another right to the body by David Ong. Another one to the body. He's really working that right side or that left side of Ezra's body right now. Nice
Ooh, good
uppercut by David. Ezra battling in. He's trying to finish it off strong. Pressed up against the corner right now. Nice
What a good round from both those young men.
Really good round for both of them.
Again,
young
I
men.
think David's a little bit more polished. He's kind of maneuvering in there,
Yeah.
moving and throwing. while Ezra's just throwing punches,
Yeah.
and Ezra's more of the brawler. So I think
Yeah.
it's another style clash, but a good fight.
I think Ezra slows down a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit the jitters coming into his first bout,
Yep.
right? Maybe slow down a little bit, get working a little bit, maybe see how this next round will work. I think David came out just as he should, going against a fighter that's maybe not as experienced as him. Hey, he's delivering some stiff blows to the body. That right to the body is doing damage. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's 5 different times he went to that body. Hey, once that there was one where he went two times in a row, and that second time, Ezra's hands came down low. You know, look for that stick to the body, that fade to the body, and then that over the top right there for David Ong.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see both these corners coach up their fighters. And again, the blue corner is saying exactly what you said, is for David to kind of circle and attack that body of Ezra. And Ezra's is more of protect the body
yourself,
and,
yep.
and kind of throw some more punches.
When I think David seems like he's experienced enough
Ooh,
where
good combo by
just
David.
rushing him isn't going to benefit you. You're going to have to figure out how to work inside that
Ooh,
reach.
looked like he went a little low there, honestly.
That's the second time it's gotten that close, man.
David definitely the faster fighter of the two as well. Ooh, good right by Ezra.
There's a nice left by Ezra as well. Ezra definitely isn't afraid. You know, I know
No.
David's come out. They're giving the standing 8. David's come out. David's come out and kind of been the aggressor right here. Caught Ezra with a good one right there to give him the standing 8. Looks like they're ready to go. Looks like we're good for the go. Maybe just caught him by surprise a bit. There's a
Ooh,
nice
good.
right by Ezra. He's protecting that body a little bit more right now, too.
Yeah,
David
he
is
is.
just working, bud.
He is.
Oh, my goodness.
Definitely pressing the pace. He's a more aggressive fighter, and he's polished, man. So
Yeah.
he's kind of, a little bit of best of both worlds. A
Yeah.
little bit of finesse and a little bit of power all in one.
Nice fight, though. Nice pace to the fight. Looks like David
Good way
going
to
to that
protect
body
himself
again.
with that
Yep.
body
Caught it
shot.
with the elbow there by Ezra. Ezra doing a lot better this round. I know he got the standing 8 count for the knockdown, but he seems to be doing a lot better this round. Still probably give this round to David,
Yeah.
but much better action, much more effective action for Ezra this round.
Yeah, I agree. David, again, is throwing a lot more accurate punches, and he's just a little bit more poised in there. But like you said, Ezra is not backing down. He's throwing
No.
punches of his own, and he landed some good shots in that round.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see what the scorecards are, but I have a feeling they're leaning in David's direction. So Ezra's going to have to throw some of those big shots to kind of steal this. last round.
And David's fighting a really good fight.
Yeah.
He's got an idea. He's got a scouting report on his fighter after these first 2 rounds and knows what he needs to do. I think he's fighting a great fight.
Do you think the first round was convincingly enough for David that if Ezra scores a knockdown in this third round, it would tighten it up, or do you still think David might have it by points?
I think he needs to get a knockdown in this round for sure to kind of tighten it up. I still have that first and second round for David, with that second round being the extra 10-8 because of the knockdown. Good fight. Ezra is starting to find where he wants to be and get comfortable in the ring. Now let's see what he brings in this third round. Got to let it go here. And
Yeah, for sure.
can't hold nothing back.
He got to throw those punches. See, Ezra hesitated there, right there, and he looked like he had an opening.
Well, that's what happens, man. When you get that body stuck to you a couple of times, you kind of become a little hesitant to maybe let go of it. Nice way of moving out the way of that right there. That was a mean right coming from David, and Ezra just sidestepped it. Needs to do more of that. Oh, big right
good
by
right
David
by
on
David.
right there. Another one. Another one.
That would look a little low.
He's getting super low right there. It's
Yeah, it
hard to
looked a
tell.
little low from over here in the corner.
I know I'm sitting low, but man, that blue glove certainly seemed below that white line. It looks like David is kind of fighting a defensive fight right now. He kind of sees that he has it in the bag and is kind of moving. Good right there by Ezra. Nice right to the body by David.
Good combo there from David.
I'll tell you what, man, if Ezzy isn't sore in them left ribs this evening, I'll be surprised, because David is definitely working that body.
Yeah, and you can tell by Ezra kind of dipping that elbow a little bit to protect it a little bit more.
Yep.
He's a little more cautious of those shots. Last 10 seconds, let's see what they do.
Holy.
Oh, they're throwing. Oh.
You know, I have to
You
definitely
hear the crowd.
Yeah.
And that last shot right at the bow. Ezra goes in, and David throws that overhand right and kind of catches him. What a good pace fight.
It was a good fight, man. Good job by Ezra making his debut. He worked his tail off, you know, worked his butt off, came in, and, you know, he pushed the action regardless. You know, David definitely seemed like the more experienced fighter. I definitely think David won that fight. Landed some really clean shots to the body, some really clean right hooks to the head. Did a fantastic job at representing for his team in top notch. Salute to them, though. That was a good fight. Shout out to Ezra for being a warrior and hanging in there. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, you know, and again, you mentioned it. This is Ezra's debut fight,
Yep.
and he's, in my opinion, going up against David Ung, which is one of the more technical, polished fighters that we've seen tonight.
Yeah.
So, you know, give a shout out to Ezra for getting in there and battling it out with the more experienced, more technical fighter and David Ung.
It was a great job by both these young athletes. Really fun, entertaining fight. Definitely had the action going the whole time. I love it that they're not dancing.
Yeah.
is a unanimous decision. And the winner is the blue corner.
So as we thought, you know, unanimous decisions for David Ung of top notch. Great job. Ezra definitely came out here and represented. Has nothing to be disappointed about or embarrassed about or ashamed of. He came out and represented and left it all in the ring.
Yeah, you know, he was out there battling it out, and this is his first bout, so he was out there throwing punches, taking punches, and he stood the whole time frame of the fight. So good for him.
For sure, man. Getting into some more big boys here. We got Samuel Odin of Tankhead and Wilfred Hall of House of Pain. 176 pounders, buddy.
Wow.
So we getting into some more big boys
fight
here.
This is the biggest fight of the night right here, by a pound.
By a pound. Hey, sometimes a pound would be a lot.
Yeah.
You get a pound of wings, boy. Sheesh. Might need a partner to help you out with them. Hey, while we're waiting for these fighters to make their approach to the ring, we just want to remind you, DNASportsDenver.com, DNASportsDenver.com. Book a training session, follow the podcast, follow us on our social media sites, whatever you got to do to stay in tune with us. We got some really dope sweaters, some dope shirts, some dope hats. Definitely, you know, anything you need and might want to get, we have it for you at DNASportsDenver.com. Make sure you visit DNASportsDenver.com.
Not to mention, make sure you go there, and if you have an event similar to this event or any other event where you may need our services, reach out on DNA Sports Denver as well, and we will come out and service your event.
Yeah, well, that's what we want to do, man. We're just trying to bring, you know, more eyes, right? These athletes, they work their tails off. They go through a lot. You know, some of the younger ones, some of the older ones, they got school, they got whatever. The adults, they got life, they got work, right? So what better way to kind of shine some light on these young fellas and kind of make help them make a name for themselves. And, you know, if we can just, if all we're doing here is just showing these fights, man, and dang it, that's all we're doing here. So we look like we got some of the older fellas here now, boy.
Oh, yeah, it looks like we got some size, so be excited out there. If you're ready to watch this fight, again, the biggest fight of the night, 176. Looks like it might be the older fighters of the night as well. It should be an action-packed show because both these guys look pretty ripped. So let's see what's going on.
Samuel Odin, the Tankhead.
I think we're going to see a knockout this fight, Coach.
Let's go. I'm with it.
I feel like I see it coming.
Got Wilfred Hall coming in, making his entrance to the ring.
It's going to be a brawl, bro. I can't wait to see this one. This one's going to go down right here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are tuned in because it's about to go down. Samuel Odin versus Wilfred Hall, 176.
Well, that's the thing I like about these fights, brother, is that, you know what, man, we aren't playing here. You got everybody here. It's not just the kids. But we know Icon puts on for the kids, and we know Icon loves the kids. But it's not just the kids, man. It's the adults too. It's the young adults, the 17-year-olds, man. Like, it's everybody getting it in, living out their dream, trying to take this thing as far as they can take it. And we were talking earlier about the officials, you know, working corners and then coming officiating. You got Coach Jess now working as a judge, a ringside judge now. So it just goes to show you, man, These guys and gals here, they put in a lot of work and a lot of education to be able to do this stuff.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Jess and the rest of the staff here. Listen, this crowd is getting live because this fight is not going to let you down. It serves to be exciting. And it looks like the blue corner has more of the size, a little bit thicker. However, the red corner has a little bit more length. It's a little bit taller. So we'll see how this kind of evens out.
Out of Tankhead. Wilfred Hall out of House of Pain.
Hey, and House of Pain is out here deep today.
Yeah, they are.
They came out here in style.
Like it, love it. As you mentioned, Odin does have the height advantage over Hall. Interesting to see how the power translates. This can be a good fight, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, here we go.
And I gotta say, man, this is the 8th fight so far. Not disappointed by one fight
At all. Every single fight, at least from our view, has been great. Here we go. Fighters meet in the center of the ring. Red corner trying to gather that distance.
Definitely a little bit more of a chess match with this one.
Yep, Blue being a little bit more cautious, mixing in some head movement because he knows he has to get inside that reach. There he goes, working inside. Look for him to work inside and then attack the body.
And Odin, he's trying to keep that distance, right? He's trying to keep him at bay. He knows he got a reach advantage. And you know, you don't want a more compact, powerful fighter to get inside of you, right? So you want to keep him at bay a little bit, try to keep him at arm's length, and that way you can land your good punches. Nice overhand right by Hall right there. Hall trying to go to the body. Now working the head a little bit, double jab. Nice combo there by Odin. There we go. Working the body, nice uppercut by Hall.
He has to get within that reach, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to get inside the reach, so he's taking a couple punches, but they're not really doing too much damage. He's just kind of trying to find his distance as well.
Both these fellas are content with working that inside too, man. Working that body a little bit.
Ooh, good overhand left from the blue corner.
It's Hall in the blue
Hall in the
quarter,
blue corner.
Odin in the red. Odin in the red shirt, black trunks, red headgear and gloves. Hall in the all blue.
Ooh, little
Fight at
razzle dazzle with the
176.
footwork right there from Hall in the blue corner.
When you say razzle dazzle, I think of NBA Jam. Razzle dazzle. 10 seconds left in this first round.
Hey man, that first round was pretty even there, right?
I think so. See what they do here at the end to kind of steal the round. Looks like Odin was moving, trying to steal the round there. It's a toss-up round right there, man. Real tough one to judge. I might just favor the red corner just a little bit.
I think so too.
But nonetheless, it was a good round. I think Hall is staying busy, staying working, trying to get inside there and do something within the red corner's reach, within Odin's reach. So I think as he continues to do that, man, he might find that explosive shot and deliver it.
Yeah, I think the big thing about that round was a lot of Hall trying to get within that reach of Odin, and Odin was able to just kind of sit back and take some shots and score some points. So
well, you could definitely see these guys have been fighting longer, so they have that fill out period, right? So
Yep.
that first period was like our first round was a round of filling each other out, figuring out, okay, where's this guy's power coming from? What's this guy's style or technique? So I'm interested to see what the second round produces.
yeah, here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see what these gentlemen have to offer.
Both fellas seem like they're in pretty good shape too, man. And they're 176 and they don't look flabby. They look strong.
And Hall's trying to get within there. He's trying to mix up the head movement, a little bit of elbow work.
Oh, nice one
Nice
right there by Hall. Oh, there's a nice left by Odin. Kind of lead left.
Hall looks like he's getting comfortable in there. He's kind of moving a little more.
Dropping his head a little bit. I'm interested to see if Odin will come up with an uppercut as Hall comes in, if he can connect with that uppercut and catch him slipping coming in.
Threw a little uppercut there.
Yeah.
Oh, almost pushed him out the ring.
The old lady, man.
Don't do that on this corner.
It's a quick way to send the stream a ride, right?
Yeah.
Look like Odin trying to work away from him a little bit more, trying to keep him at arm's length, doesn't want him to come inside. Smart move. I mean,
good combo right there to keep him at distance. Again, he's just keeping his distance, throwing that jab, working it with the combo, trying to make sure that Hall cannot get within that reach. But Hall is steadily pushing pressure like a pit bull out there, trying to just get within that reach and land some punches.
Again,
he's struggling to do so, though.
Hall dropping that head and throwing that overhand left, man. We're interested to see how much he does that, and if Odin can make him pay for it.
Yeah. Ooh,
nice right there by Hall.
Little body head movement there.
Odin's not throwing big punches. He's throwing a lot of
winnable punches. He's winning
He's
rounds.
landing points within punches.
Yeah.
Hall definitely seems to be throwing the heavier punches. Hall's got Odin up in the corner there.
Let's see what transpires. Oh, he let him out.
Nice way to turn it around. Hall's definitely the aggressor here.
Yeah. Oh, he's really throwing that head down. You know, although his head is really low, I think that Hall definitely pushed the pace of that round. I think we're 1-1 going into the third.
And honestly, it can be 2-0 either way.
It could.
It
could.
This is kind of going back to that contrast of scoring and understanding how these judges are really scoring this bout, because both of these fellas, they're throwing in different styles, right? Odin's more, precise with his, more precision throwing, where Hall's pushing that action, throwing in wild punches, landing a few of them here and there. It's just interesting to see how these judges are going to see this fight. I think you might be right. I'm not arguing with the 1-1 right there. I love 1-1 going into that third and deciding one.
Yeah, I'm looking over at the blue corner, and it looks like Hall's trying to control his breathing a little bit more. He's been struggling a little bit more to get within that reach of Odin. So let's see how he holds up in this third round.
And he's been pushing that pace quite a bit.
Yeah.
Odin's kind of been more of the steady, kind of let the fight come to him, keeping him away with his jab. So it's interesting to see how Hall can if he has the gas to really finish this thing off here.
I called it in the beginning of the fight with the knockout, and I'm looking at Hall's get up, his whole uniform. In the front of his chest, he has a fist on there, and it says chin check. Let's see if someone gets chin checked in this third.
Kind of hard though, man. He's dropping that head so much that when he's coming in, he's not seeing if he has an opening. Yeah. And credit Odin for keeping away and kind of working away from that. I still want to see that uppercut come from underneath when Hall comes in and he drops that head. There he's uppercut right there. When Hall comes in and drops that head, I'd love to see Odin drop that uppercut a couple times. Yeah. See if he can catch him slipping.
Yeah, I think Odin is just really, really strategic with what he's doing out there, and he knows that he has a pretty significant reach advantage to where he's just, again, comfortably throwing punches, pulling punches to keep
just
him
fighting
at bay
the score.
And fighting the score, yes. Exactly.
Well, and he definitely seems like the more conditioned fighter. He's not sweating at all. I mean, look at he's almost dry, whereas Hall's got a good lather going on. He's definitely breathing heavier. So, that pace, man. If you're able to push that pace, sometimes it could be your enemy.
Yeah. What's crazy though? These guys are 176, and we're watching Christian Montez, right, at 175.
Completely different body styles, too.
Oh, he's throwing to win right now.
There it is. Got him up against the corner.
He's throwing to win right now.
Odin trying to get out of that corner.
He's tired, and he knows he has to win by a knockout, so let's see what happens here.
He's just putting that head down and pushing him back, but he's getting that Mike Tyson on.
Yeah, he's a little gassed, though, so I don't know if he still has the strength to knock him out here. Last 10 rounds.
Oh, there's a nice connection right there. Both landed a hook. Both these fellas look tired. They both left it out there on the ring. Great fight right there by both of these fellas. Yeah, they both are gassed right now, man. Great job.
Yeah, what a good fight.
Again, man, it's awesome seeing fellas push this thing as far as they can push it, right?
Yeah, man, it's a close one, too. I had a 1-1 going into the third. In that third, I think I'm going to lean towards Odin a little bit. So I think he's going to win this bout. But let's see what the judges have to say about it. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm going to kind of back up what you said in an earlier fight where you were like, I'm going to leave this to the professionals.
Yeah.
I thought I thought Hall really pushed the pace.
Yeah.
However, I feel like Odin landed a little bit more effective punches.
Yeah.
It really depends on what these judges saw as effective. I thought a lot of punches that Odin landed, he landed with his head down, wasn't necessarily seeing where they went, where they hit at. So it's kind of hard to say. If you're looking at it, the more effective of the two, I definitely feel it was Odin with the more effectiveness.
Yeah, I agree.
And he fought a smart fight. Like, he understood what he needed to do to win that fight. He knew he had to keep Hall at bay and not let him get inside of him. And I think he did that pretty successfully.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, it was a little uphill battle for Hall in the blue corner, but you know, he did his best. He tried to get within that reach.
It was a great fight.
Unfortunately, Odin was just a little bit more strategic, in my opinion. So let's see how the judges score it.
This is one of them fights I like to see to go like 5-6 rounds. You know what I mean? Because see how them punches getting landed over the course of a fight start to take effect.
Well, and to see if they tire out, right? If their corner starts to tire out and start to give a little bit of more away towards the later rounds.
That's right. Ooh, it's close, like we said. Split decision.
And the winner is the blue corner.
So shout out to Wilfred Hall. Definitely was the busier fighter. Definitely pushed the pace a little bit more. And I think the judges recognized that and saw that as a reason for the victory.
Yeah, so for all the fighters who haven't fought yet, they should definitely take a look at how these fights have been scored so far. When they came down to a close decision, it seems to be leading the way of the more aggressive fighter a little bit.
That's right.
So, you know, I think shout out to Hall, shout out to Odin. You know, again, our first opinion was Odin got that, but we weren't going to argue either way. And congratulations to Hall on his victory.
That's right. So this next fight, we got fight number 9, Nico Robbins from corner and Pierre Herrera from A1.
Just for our viewers at home as well, we're nearing the intermission point. So just so you know, once we get towards an intermission, we will have a short, brief second so you peel away from your TV screens or your phone screens and then come right back at us with some good fights.
And, you know, both these fighters already made their way down, so there wasn't no ring walk for them to do this time, unfortunately. But you got Nico Robbins in the red corner, tall, lanky kid. And then you've got Pierre Herrera in the blue corner from A1, right? Yeah. Making sure I'm not screwing this up again.
Yeah, it looks like Nico Robbins is from the Corner Boxing Club.
Should be another good fight. Looks like Nico might have a little bit of height advantage on him. Not sure what the reach looks like. You got Nico in the red shirt, black trunks, red headgear, red gloves. And then you've got Herrera in the blue, navy blue and white fighting gear, blue gloves, and the black and white headgear.
Yeah, it should be a good fight. You know, it looks like you're going to have a little bit more of the boxer versus the brawler again going on.
That's right, man. That's right. Yo, I know these guys are tired, man. I'm getting fatigued out here.
Coach out here.
I got voice fatigue. I should have run them extra miles.
Here we go. Introducing the fighters as we speak, getting ready to go. Nico Robbins versus Pierre Herrera at 114 pounds.
Here we go. Pierre Herrera versus Nico Robbins for 114 pounds. Someone's going to have to take home the strap.
Yeah, it looks like Pierre comes with the crowd. You know, the crowd kind of erupted once they announced his name. So be interested to see if the crowd has any play in this fight at all.
I was just going to ask you, do you think that weighs on the judges at all? They hear the noise of the crowd, you know, in a close fight. You know, we're human.
No, but it has to definitely affect the fighters, right? There's a lot of young fighters out here. So if you're starting to fall behind on the scorecard to a fighter who has heavily favorited by the crowd, you may want to start to kind of fold under there.
It looks like Nico trying to work, Robbins trying to work that jab, try to keep Herrera at bay a little bit. Herrera working that inside, does not seem to mind working from the outside or inside. Both these fighters so far, crisp punches. Nice work.
Good movement.
Nice left to the body right
Robbins
there.
keeps circling to kind of keep himself, you know, more of a moving target.
There's a nice left hook. by Herrera. Another left hook to the head right there by Herrera.
The corner of Robbins telling him to work a little bit more up and down head movement. They want him to change levels. Ooh, good combo right there.
Nice combo by Robbins, kind of getting himself back into it. Another nice
one
right.
by Robbins.
Nice right by Robbins there.
Oh, he should have threw that right there again.
Herrera following it up.
Tangled up, tangled up.
Referee giving some instruction to the fighters. Asking for a clean break. Nice left by Herrera on Robbins there as Robbins lands a left of his own. Man, this is a fantastic fight so far. Both fighters are very technical. Both seem very experienced, like they've been in the ring a few times.
Right. Ooh,
good job by Robbins right
combo.
there. It's like they're working at the same pace, you know what I mean? So it's not hard for one or the other to kind of set the pace that they want to work at.
Oh,
there's another nice right by Robbins.
You know what I like about Robbins is he's not just throwing a 1-2 or just a one punch. He's following it up by a fury of punches.
Yeah,
so
he's comboing up his combos.
Yep.
You know, thought that was a great round by Robbins. I might favor Robbins just slightly ahead of Herrera in this first round. I think both fellas are working hard at kind of dictating the fight and dictating their pace. Herrera's definitely not afraid to get in tight and mix it up with him. And for to Robbins' benefit, you know, usually when you got the longer reach and a longer fighter, you don't want them guys coming to pin you. And Robbins doesn't mind fighting in that phone booth. He's doing a great job at working that fight inside the body. Let's see how this second round goes.
Well, you know, looking at the corner, and it looks like Herrera is a little bit gassed already. They're kind of working his legs a little bit. He's kind of slunched over in his corner a little bit. So hopefully he can gather his second wind here and kind of come out and fight back a little bit in this round and win this round to even up the fight a little bit.
Pretty cool, man. We mentioned the icon, you know, having Coach D. It looks like the corner has a lady coach of their own, so it's really cool, man. Nice pace here. Robbins working that jab. Herrera trying to get inside of it.
Good left by Herrera. Ooh,
nice
good combo by Herrera. Another one, nice solid left by Herrera.
Left landed right on the
Herrera
chin.
got some in the corner. Hit him with another left. These guys are going.
Yo, that left landed right on Robbins' chin, man.
Yeah.
That was a nice shot by Herrera.
He ate it, though.
He did. He did. Robbins kind of settling it down a little bit with that jab.
And you could tell his game plan, right, is to keep coming forward, keep moving forward as well on Robbins, because he took that fury of punches and his corner said, come forward.
Yep.
Come forward.
Yep.
Nice combo there by Robbins.
Yeah, you never want to fight going backwards, man. For one, you know, you get caught with a punch, man, you might fall backwards. And the other reason, though, is there's no power in your punches if you're walking backwards, right? You want to step into that punch and bring that power.
Yep.
There's a nice left by Herrera right there on Robbins.
Ooh,
nice right. Leaned with that one and brought it up.
Robbins. Ooh,
oh, there's a nice punch.
That left is starting to open up for Herrera a lot more.
Oh, nice uppercut by Herrera. Herrera seems to be settling down. He's definitely landed some really nice shots in this one. Robbins still doing good with that jab.
Yeah. Good combo there by Robbins.
So whatever the corner of Herrera told him seemed to have calmed him down quite a bit. He was landing a little bit wild in that first round, and he seems to be more precise with his punching in this round.
Well, I wonder if it has to do with the fact that he looked a little gassed in the corner. I wonder if they told him slow down the pace, but still be the aggressor. And that's exactly what he's doing.
There.
And in my opinion, I think he kind of came out here and evened this fight out with this round.
Good combo right there to finish it. I would agree. It's almost as if they told him, hey, dude, just relax. Like, just breathe, relax.
Chale.
Yeah, calm down.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, I think it's 1-1 right now, and this wouldn't be a bad candidate for fight of the night.
Nah, so far both these fighters are bringing the fight. Both of them are really dictating a really quick pace. You know, it's not one of those ones where one fighter's fighting and the other one's kind of moving around and dancing. They're both trying to dictate pace, and they're both trying to work pace. So It's a great job so far, man. I've really enjoyed this fight. You're right. This one definitely has that fight of the night smell to it.
And it's really nice to see how in tune these fighters are with their corner. If you look up and you watch them, they got great eye contact with their coaches, great communication, and we'll see who makes the best adjustment for this third round and steals this fight.
You know, hey, that's something that's understated, man. Like sometimes you be seeing fighters, they're just not paying attention or they're lost, and these guys both seem very, very focused.
Yep, it's anybody's fight at this point.
All right, round 3. Robbins comes out with that jab. And I think that's key for Robbins. That first round he led with that jab and put them combos together. I don't think he comboed his combos as much that last round.
Yeah.
I think Herrera dictated a little bit more.
Nice 3-punch combo there.
Nice punch to the arm. Looked like it bothered his arm a little bit. There's a nice lead jab.
That's right. Herrera keeps ducking under those punches, looking to land a KO shot.
Oh, that was a nice exchange with Herrera. The punches of Robbins just went over his head, and Herrera was able to sneak under him and land a nice left. Definitely action is turned up here in the arena too for this fight, man. You can definitely hear people.
I'll tell you what I'm really, really pleased with right now. You hear Robbins' corner telling him 1-2, create separation, and he is listening to his corner. He's kind of staying posed in there.
Oh, there's a good right by Robbins right there. Sorry to interrupt you, dog.
No, even though Herrera is continuously coming forward, putting pressure, Robbins is very composed in there, not backing up, creating distance, and doing exactly what his corner told him.
This is
a good body shot right in front of us.
Absolutely. Oh, another one. And then work to the top. Hey, change that level, right? Get down low, work to the top.
Good right there by Robbins. Good. Ooh.
There we go. I think Herrera's done a great job of taking this fight over, but Robbins isn't quite ready just to let it go yet.
No. I don't know if I would be so sure giving it to Herrera just yet. I kind of like the way Robbins has been composed, landing some of his punches.
There's
However,
a big left by Herrera
all
right
the
there.
fights so far have went towards the aggressor.
One, I think Herrera's aggression isn't necessarily like wild aggression either. Say the exception of that first round, he's definitely honed it in a little bit more. Robbins has some clean combos, really has some clean exchanges. So, to see that fight go to Robbins or Herrera, it's pretty tough. At this point, I'm gonna leave it up to the pros here. Both fighters did a really good job at landing clean punches in that fight.
Yeah, that was a really, really good fight by both these fighters. Both brought energy, both brought technique, fundamentals, and it was really nice to see them both leave it all in the ring.
Yeah.
And me personally, I think we got a disagreement over here at the DNA table because I think you're going with blue corner. I think I'm riding with red.
I didn't quite go blue corner.
Okay.
That first round was the most definite of them in favor of the red corner.
Okay.
But I think Herrera came out and did a lot of work to kind of bring this fight back to his pace and to even. I think Herrera's going to win.
Yeah, you know what? I don't necessarily disagree with you. I agree with everything you just said. However, I think there has to be something said about some of these fighters who are staying composed, sitting back, creating distance, and landing punches.
Yeah.
They are landing a lot of majority of their punches. So for me, it's Nico Robbins.
And you know what? Nico did land, in my opinion, he landed the cleaner punches for sure. He got in there and got them punches in there a little bit more crisp than Herrera did, especially in that first round.
The scorecard has officially been delivered to the head announcer, so the score is coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 9 is a split decision.
See, these are some tough bouts. This one has fight of the night written all over it.
Definitely, it takes the cake so far for me.
Let me hear you. And the winner is the
Red corner. Not a big surprise. Nico Robbins did a great job at controlling pace and dictating in that fight. Not a big surprise. I thought Herrera did a great job, came out and fought and did his thing very well too. Man, now we get into a dude that we were talking to on a podcast and really brought some good energy to the podcast that day we had him on. We're looking at the 72-pounders. We got Daniel Herrera from Herrera's Club going up against Michael Cruz Ford, otherwise known as MCF from Icon Boxing.
Otherwise known as Michael Zest Ford.
That's
Remember
right.
That one?
That's right.
Hey, I'm excited for this one, man, because not only is Michael confident, he has good hands, good movement, great footwork, and a really strong right hand, man. So I'm interested to see what happens here in this next bout. But shout out to those last two fighters, Herrera and Robbins. Both of those guys put on a great fight, and Herrera, you should be proud of the performance that you had tonight, because it was a definitely tough call for us here at the table. So I know it was also tough for the coaches.
It's going to be a really balanced fight. It should be anyway. MCF coming in with 3 fights, Herrera coming in with 3 fights. Both of them have about the same.
What they're doing, so they're already getting grief. Controversy is rising. We're here, DNASportsDenver.com. Make sure you check us out, book a session, buy some merch, or just listen to a podcast.
That's right. That's right. Make sure you listen, man. Tune in. We here for you. We try to do this all the time. We enjoy doing this. And let's see who we got going to the ring first. It's a little tough to see sometimes. But nonetheless, we got a fighter coming.
We are having a good time. Don't forget to tell all your friends and inform that they are on television.
And all those questions on the YouTube
it?
stream right now. Right now, this is fight number 10. Fight number 10, Darrell Herrera versus Michael Cruz Ford.
What was the comment? Which fight were they looking for? So it looks like we have a Caceres fight in the first fight right after the intermission. It doesn't look like it has Don Caceres down, but it might be the same person.
Here we go.
Icon Boxing, Michael Cruz Ford.
MCF, Michael Cruz Ford, making his way
Here we go.
to the ring right now. Red corner, Darrell Herrera is already in the ring. Look at the confidence he walked into the ring with, man.
Hey, man, this is probably my most exciting fight of the night, just because this kid's energy and just his charisma as a young man. It's hard to cheer for a kid like this. By the way, if you're here in the building and you're watching, he has a stand somewhere where he's selling merch. This kid has merch, $18 shirts out there for Michael Cruz.
10 years old, he got merch, you know what I mean? He got swagger, he's got attitude, and I'm excited to see this fight, man. Excited to see what this young man does. He definitely carried himself well in our interview we had with him on the podcast. So it's just interesting to see how it translates out to the ring. He's got that look in his face.
Oh, man.
And if I'm looking at the fighters, he definitely he's got that juice going.
He looks pissed off, boy.
Hey, my mom always said better to be pissed off than pissed on.
Ain't that right?
Hey, shout out to everyone listening on the live stream. We really appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you follow us here on DNA Sports Training's YouTube page. A lot of information that we got that goes out, podcasts, all that good stuff. So we appreciate you sticking with us as we get these two fighters to the center of the ring for this next bout. Bout number 10, Darrell Herrera versus Michael Cruz Ford for the 72-pound division. Someone's taking home a strap.
Let's go. Here we go. Michael Zest Ford looking to put on a show.
Look at the footwork already, man.
Good combo there for Michael. He's landing.
Michael landed that first jab, and Herrera kind of adjusted his headgear And Michael was just a shark, man. He just went after it right. Definitely bringing the energy. Definitely bringing the fight to Herrera.
Right now.
Oh, there's a nice
good
right by Herrera.
to back him up.
Kind of settle him down. Calm down there, youngster.
Yes, sir.
We go 10 seconds left in the round. This has definitely been a good round so far. I think MCF controlling the pace. Although Herrera punches landed.
He's trying to create that distance, but in order to do so, he's going to have to throw some more punches in these next rounds. So it's interesting to see if he's going to throw more punches to kind of back off the pressure that he's getting put on by Michael Cruz Ford. But, you know, if he doesn't, we will see how this fight transpires. But shout out to both these fighters, and let's see how the second round goes.
That's right, man. Hey, great first round for both of these fighters. Bout number 10 of 30. We're a third of the way.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're listening on the live stream, shout out to you listening on the live stream. We appreciate you guys tuning in. These fighters definitely appreciate you all tuning in. We're definitely trying to keep this thing going and moving. Any technical difficulties that we may have, just please refresh your YouTube browser, and we'll make sure we get you up if we happen to fall off or lose connection. We should be good here, though. Icon been having some really good, solid connection for us, but you never know.
Ooh, good
There's
right.
a nice punch by Ford right there.
Herrera's trying to throw that jab a little more to create that distance between him and Ford. He's missed it, but it's also kept Ford at bay a little bit.
Sometimes you got to keep him honest. There's a nice uppercut by Herrera right there that landed I don't think it landed big, but it definitely landed on the chin of Ford.
Good left there. Feeling each other out right here. Both fighters may be getting a little bit winded. Ford ducks that attack. Crowd cheering on for Michael. Crowd cheering on for Herrera.
It's definitely a little bit slower pace in this round right here for sure. I don't know if Mike is trying to keep that, if he's trying to keep that energy going or what, but it just definitely turned into a little bit slower round right there.
Yeah, they're definitely a little bit tired there or something. They're kind of slowing down a little bit. Got to push the pace to see who's going to win this third. But so far, man, I don't know who I'd give that second to. But first round goes to Michael for me. Second round, I think it was a little bit more of a slow-paced round.
Yeah, definitely a little bit closer round. You got to wonder if because Michael was pushing the pace in that first round, if they say that second round goes to Herrera because he was, it was more at his pace of the fight, right? It wasn't at the pace that Michael had set forth in that first round.
Agree.
Here we go, third and final round here for the 72-pound division strap. Darrell Herrera of Herrera's and Michael Cruz Ford of Icon Boxing. Just from my point of view, I'd like to see Michael be aggressive here again. And it looks like he's starting out that way.
Oh, they're throwing now. They're throwing now. Here he goes. They're both throwing. These guys know this is the round that they need to win.
Hey, not only are they throwing punches, they're throwing caution to the wind as well.
Yeah. Slowed down now. They fought each other out, trying to find their lane. Michael stalking. Herrera kind of just sitting back, waiting to see what happens. Someone's going to have to push the pace here.
They're pleading for Michael to come forward and to push the pace. The Icon crew over there. And now the MCF chat is getting loud.
It's coming from the crowd. Let's see if he rallies behind these guys cheering him on. The crowd's here for it. It's pretty easy to cheer for a guy with the great acronym.
Little low in the fight there. I think people are starting to get a little restless.
Yeah.
They want the action to go. you know, maybe MCF feels like he's done enough to take this fight, and so he's just kind of being methodical with it.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of ways to go with it.
There he goes. Lands 3 good combinations there at the end of the round. Let's see who finishes out to win it.
There's another one.
Oh,
Nice
another
right.
good punch there. Oh, man, what a fight there. I think MCF might have did enough at that last minute just to win that fight, in my opinion.
He definitely feels like he did. I feel like he was a little bit more busier of the boxer, busier of the fighter. He's smart, though. He's got them bursts at the end
Yep.
to try to steal those rounds.
And sometimes fighting is all about that. It's finding those little pockets where you
Yeah.
have to throw them punches in order to win some points.
Wow. And it's like, what are you going to remember last, right? Are you going to remember, you know, the first, you know, half of that round where maybe there wasn't as much action? Or are you going to remember the burst of action at the end of the fight for whatever fighter brought that action?
Exactly.
Definitely a good fight on that one, Dom. I don't know what you felt about that one. I think I know, but what do you think? MCF?
Yeah, I think MCF won that fight. Close fight again. You know what's nice too? I'm looking over across the ring at Christian Montez. He already did what it takes, right? And he's glued in, supporting his younger brother. And he's also telling him, hey, quit the flexing.
Yep.
This is a close fight. You don't know if you won yet. Stay humble. Save those flexing for the results.
Yo, I like that kid, man. That Perrier Poppy. I like that kid, man. He was great for us when we came out here to get some interviews in and some video, and just seeing what he's been doing.
I think this is a fan favorite fight.
Sensational. And the winner is by unanimous decision. The blue corner.
Yeah. And I agree with that decision.
I do too.
I think MCF brought the pressure, was the busier of the fighter, did all the work. And hey, shout out to Floyd Diaz out in the ring, man.
Presenting the bout
to these youngsters, giving them something, man. Hey, that's what you want to see out of role models, right? Just showing love to these young kids, man.
That's right. And, you know, that's the kind of thing that keeps young kids involved, right? They get an older guy who's been around for a little while and someone that they may look up to, and they show them support like that. It kind of just keeps them engaged in whatever they're doing.
So we got bout number 11 coming up. Benjamin Dominguez versus Ezekiel Nunes. Benjamin coming from A1. Ezekiel coming from USA All-Stars.
Yeah,
it looks like we already got one of the fellas in the ring, or just outside the ring right now.
And it's at 116 pounds that these fighters will be fighting at.
All right.
Oh, man. And we just want to apologize to our viewers out there. We're having some technical difficulties with
You having difficulties getting that word out.
Yeah, with our ring walk cam, in and out of connection. There's a lot of people trying to use the internet connection here, so it may be slowing it down just a little bit.
There we go. This should be a good one right here, man. Both these fellas at the 116 weight class. You know, I like what I'm seeing from the ring entrance over here of Ezekiel Nunes. He's got himself a little crowd of supporters from his gym. That's awesome to see. USA All-Stars in the house.
Yep.
And, of course, to our left, Benjamin Dominguez, the 116 pounder out of A1, in the A1 Pro attire, green with black, red gloves, black headgear, and then Nunes in the black trunks, maroon trim, white top, white headgear.
Should be an exciting, good fight here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're getting ready.
So this is, as I mentioned, bout number 11. So if you've been tuning in for these last 10, we appreciate you sticking around for these next 20. Yo, shout out to our help out here, man. Shout out Scotty, shout out to Donovan. making this trying to make this easy on you fellas, but you know how it goes. Tired? They ain't never tired, ladies and gentlemen.
Representing A1 boxing from Aurora, Carlos Coach on his side. Ladies, welcome,
Benjamin got a little swagger there, bro. A little swagger there.
And ladies and gentlemen, representing the blue corner, with Coach Emirates and Ross by his side, all-star boxing contender, Ezekiel
Here we go. Again, like my partner said, bout number 11 going down right now.
This looks intense, man. This looks like both these fighters are about equally sized. It should be a good one. Should be a good one.
Yeah, I agree.
Dare I say?
Probably as even as it's been so far.
Dare I say potential fight of the night?
Maybe.
Dominguez coming out swinging on Nunes. Dominguez got very active feet.
A little more polished, it seems like, out of Dominguez.
Nunes just a little more patient. Dominguez throwing quite a bit. Let's see how that carries on throughout the fight. We've seen some of these guys that come out throwing a bunch start to get a little gassed, you know. So we'll see how this works out.
Good foot movement, good head movement in the blue corner.
Oh,
A slip.
slip and fall right there.
Yep.
Slip and fall right
Slip
there by
and
Dominguez. Hope he's okay there. He kind of landed awkwardly, too.
He
you
did
know?
land awkwardly. Ooh. Nice combo landed for Dominguez right there. Oh, misses on that overhand right again.
He sure did.
He's throwing that hard.
Yeah, he's got that loaded up, ready to go, man. I'll be interested to see what happens if that punch lands.
Yep.
There's a nice combo on the chin. Left-right combo by Dominguez. Left to the face right there by Dominguez. Another left.
Ooh.
He's working that 1-2 for sure.
He is.
Looks like Nunes is trying to maneuver around him a little
He
bit,
is.
but Dominguez pushing the pace.
Yeah, he's using all of the ring right now to try to create some space and see if he can create an opportunity for himself. But
Great job by
is
Dominguez
very,
defensively.
very fundamental.
Yeah, Dominguez just avoided like 5 punches. Looked like the Matrix. All slow motion.
Yeah, I just don't know if Nuno is throwing with enough aggression.
Yeah, you might be right on that, man.
I scored out round 1 for the red corner.
I think Dominguez is landing with a little more conviction behind his punches right now. Almost feels like Nunes is trying to fill him out a little bit. As long as we good here.
Yeah. Blow the whistle.
Some Too Short playing in the background.
Scotty looking at me like I'm crazy.
Scotty just don't know,
it's that
man.
Old school. They ain't even that old, this song, honestly.
Nah,
Some more modern short.
this is after Too Short moved to Atlanta.
Yep. Here we go, round 2. Dominguez in the center of the ring.
Again, Dominguez pushing the pace.
Nice little punch lands right there from Ñaño.
Nunes got to start being more active. I don't think he's being active enough, man. I think he's slowed down quite a bit, and it's really given Dominguez a good look at being the aggressor in this fight. You know, I think if Nunes is a little bit more active, it would kind of push up against that narrative. crazy to see the amount of people that are lined up on the
nice
side of
left
the ring right
for
here, though, for this
Nunez.
fight. There's
Good right
nice
for
right
Nunez. Turn another one right there. Ooh, another left.
And look, Dominguez noticed right away, too. What did he do, man? He started jumping back on that gas pedal, right, trying to get aggressive. He knew that he's already been stuck by a couple from Nunez because he wasn't going in there aggressively like he was previously.
Hey, man, Nunez has landed a few in this round to where this might be his round.
Definitely throwing some more punches now.
Landed a couple good body shots
Mixing
right there
them in
at the
with
end
punches. Yep. Looks a little more confident right now, too.
He does. He's a little more comfortable in there.
Head's bobbing a little bit. Nice lead jab to
Pushing
get
the pace.
inside.
It looks like Dominguez is kind of gassing out.
Well, see, that's what I was wondering earlier, man. Like, you know, when these kids come out pushing the pace, you got to wonder how much of that can they continue to do for
Nice
the whole
uppercut
fight.
right there from Nunez. Ooh, that might have been a little low.
Both these boys are gassed right now.
They are gassed. You know, I think it's not, might be another one that's going 1-1 into the third.
You might be right there. I think Nunez did a lot there in that round to kind of take more of the momentum of the fight back into his. You know, Dominguez is coming out and he's being aggressive, but he kind of slowed down that pace a little bit. And we kind of spoke on that in the first round. Like, is he going to be able to carry that pace, continue that pace? That was a rapid pace to continue. So now it's starting to slow down, and as that fight slows down, I think that favors Nunez more than it does Dominguez.
Yeah, and right now, it's to dig deep within themselves. They're both gassed, and this is where you got to say, it's combos here in the
Glitching or
corner.
slow up on the stream right now.
I'll try to keep you posted with the audio. Right now, they're both. Dominguez able to gain a little bit of space there. Ooh, nice left hook by Nunez to the chin. Looks like Nunez's headgear is kind of obstructing his view a little bit. He keeps trying to have to adjust it.
You know, I wonder why we're having some issue connections. I see all these people over here hooked up right now, live streaming themselves, man. This is dope.
Yeah, excuse the connection. When you have a lot of people fighting for the same stream, same connection, right? Same Wi-Fi, it tends to slow a little bit of things down.
Let's hope we back up and go. We're good. Good pace to this third round. Both these fighters look like they're coming out trying to win the fight, trying to win the round. Dominguez seems to be pushing together his punches a little bit better, kind of more similar to he did in that first round. Nunez, though, staying active. Oh, there's a nice right by Dominguez.
But it didn't back up Nunez one bit.
No, and Nunez trying to keep him there in the corner right now.
He's doing exactly what he needs to do to take the last round of this fight.
And the corner's pleading for Nunez to bring that pace, bring that pace, bring that fight to him.
There he goes.
Man, Dominguez
last 10
gassed.
seconds. Yeah, he does.
There's a nice right-left combo by Nunez, excuse me. And then Dominguez to finish it off.
Yeah, way to end that fight, you know. And I'm looking over at some of the families, right? Some of the moms, some of the older siblings, and the look on their faces is proud, but also like, ooh, that's my baby in there. So, you know, it's pretty exciting. I personally think I'm going to score that one, honestly, even though it was a little bit all over the place at times. I think Nunez controlled the pace of that fight, and I think he may have won 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, I might have to agree with you, Dom. I thought Dominguez did a really good job coming out in the fight and pushing pace and kind of dictating. But Nunez settled down really nicely and got his fight back going and got what he wanted to do in the ring going. So I would have to agree with you on this one. I think Nunez took this one 2-1. You got Floyd Cashflow Diaz in the ring right now. About to present these young men with the strap. About to get this man on the microphone here if you can.
This is bout number 11. And it is a unanimous decision. And the winner is the blue corner.
Yeah, it was a really good fight. Both these fighters have a lot to be proud of. Both did a great job and killed it. But I think you might be right on that one.
Yeah, you know, I think it all comes down to who's the aggressive guy, who's controlling the pace of the fight, who's throwing more punches, whether they're landing or they're not landing. Again, it's like the old saying, right? You miss every shot you don't take.
That's
right?
That's
you don't
really true.
land every punch you don't throw.
That's right.
Right? So he was landing punches because he was throwing more punches. So I agree with that decision. You know, I think Dominguez fought a good fight, but he kind of tired out there towards the end. That hurt him.
Yeah, man. You got to be able to pace yourself. You know, we want to go out there, and especially with the adrenaline flowing, like I think that's another factor that we forget about. We're sitting here, we're ringside, we're not necessarily in the ring. We haven't been preparing for this fight all day. Like you mentioned, these guys were here at 8 a.m. this morning for weigh-ins. So, you know, it makes you wonder how much of that kind of takes it out of you and how much you've been pacing in the back, you know, waiting for your opportunity. So I think a lot goes into that, and I think that's understated in terms of how you can tire yourself out really quickly, especially when it starts getting popping.
Yeah, you know, I think right now we got another fight that's coming up. It's a debut from a guy from Pueblo, right? We talked to him beforehand. We got to meet
right.
Shane Larson. He's going up against Alexander Suarez, and I think this is going to be a great bout. You know, with Shane Larson, he has something to fight for, right? He came up to us earlier holding a young infant in his hands, which I assume only to be his child. So
That's right.
He's out here fighting for his children as well. So let's see what happens. He's wearing the black and gold trunks in the red corner.
True Boxing out of Pueblo, Colorado. Shout out to True Boxing. This should be a good fight, bro. I'm very excited to see what this fight looks like, man. 165 pounders. So some of these fellas should pack some punch. We'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah.
His opponent, Alexander Suarez, coming from Top Notch Boxing. And Top Notch, you know what, we mentioned House of Pain showing up out here thick, but Top Notch has definitely showed out pretty thick too.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they had quite a bit of fighters competing today, but they also had fighters here in support and a big, big team.
Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, just at the looks of things, man. I mean, you know, Larson looks like the taller, leaner fighter, but Suarez, man, Suarez look thick, bro. Like, he got some power.
Yeah, it looks like he's holding every bit of that. What are they at?
165.
165 in there.
Yeah, what do you think about True Boxing's outfits right here, man? I like that powder blue, bro. That's kind of saucy.
Yeah, man, they're dripped out here. You know, sometimes it's all about look good, feel good, play good. And not only is it just the team, it's everybody in support in the background, too. This crowd's going loud for him. First debut fight for this guy.
Shane Larson, black trunks, gold trim, black headgear, red boxing gloves, black top. And Alexander Suarez, black trunks with the white trim, black top with the Adidas writing on it, blue gloves, blue headgear, fighting out of the blue corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alexander Suarez.
Standing there with his hands held high like he already wanted to fight, man. It's a stare down right there.
It is. Should be interesting. Again, I think this is going to be one of those aggressive fighters versus somebody who's probably going to create some distance with the jab and outbox the other. So we'll see how it goes.
Getting ready for round one. You know, we were talking about these athletes being here for a long time today. These officials have been here all day as well, too.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the officials. Here we go. Shane
Round
Larson,
one.
True Boxing. Alexander Suarez, Top Notch.
Ooh. He's coming in aggressive with that overhand right away. Ooh.
Nice right by Larson, excuse me.
Again, looks like Suarez is going to struggle to get within that reach of Larson. However, he seems determined to do so.
Neither one of these fighters are little guys, by no means. Both fighters are well stacked, well cut.
Way to protect the body right there.
There's a nice combo by Larson trying to open it up, trying to find his way in. Looks like Suarez is content with kind of filling out Larson, getting an idea of what he wants to do, and then that way he can put together his shots too. A nice counter punch by Larson.
Little smirk from Suarez at Larson after that one. Like, little fun, competitive nature.
Larson does seem to be a little bit faster than Suarez right now. It might be because Suarez just kind of filling out. There's a nice overhand right by Larson.
Good head movement right there to avoid a punch.
Both fighters a lot slower pace than we've seen today.
Yeah.
Trying to figure each other out, though. They both look like got some good power, so I can imagine, you know, they're being leery of that punch.
Yep.
Last 10 seconds of this round.
Good job right there.
Nice way to duck that one by Larson. Hey, not a busy round. Not a busy round, but it's definitely a chess match in that round.
Yeah, and definitely a little look there at the end.
I'm interested to see how they bust out this second round if these fellas want to come out and start swinging. Shout out to David Ong, man. He's at ringside right now, just taking in the fights by himself, man.
Yeah,
just chilling,
enjoying, cheering on his older teammate right there in Suarez.
There we go. So how'd you see that round, Dom? I know it wasn't as eventful as some of these other rounds have been.
Yeah.
Looks like Larson was a little bit more crisp than Suarez was. What do you think?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I think Larson kind of controlled the pace of that. He didn't land very much, but he landed enough to win the round.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely the busier of the two fighters and more effective of the two.
Here we go. Start of round 2. Suarez in the middle. Larson meeting him right there.
Like Larson trying to work that jab to start. Nice right to come across. Maybe he's trying to lure Suarez in a little bit.
Ooh, he's looking for that overhand right.
Nice way to duck that left that right from Suarez.
Ooh, good uppercut from Suarez. Now they're throwing.
Suarez with a wild throw,
Yeah.
wild miss right there.
Looks like a little bit of frustration is settling in.
It might be, man. You know, sometimes styles just clash, and it's really hard to break through. It takes a little bit of time, and that might be some of that frustration from Suarez right now.
Yeah.
Not connecting a whole lot, missing a lot, and Larson is just on it, man. Larson's head movement's really strong. He's really quick with it, moving around. He's got a good bounce in his step still. Definitely the tougher fighter to hit.
Yeah. Larson stalking him. Ooh, nice overhand right.
Another one.
And the left. Suarez ties up. Thought he was in trouble there.
Thought we was getting into a wrestling match real quick. There we go, stiff jab by Larson.
Nice.
Yeah, that's open for him too. If he can fake that jab and swing that right through. Ooh, almost got caught in the ropes there, slipping.
Yeah.
Great job by Suarez.
Suarez seems to be gassing out a little bit too.
Both these fellas seem to respect each other's power too. It doesn't seem like there's a big willingness to exchange and throw them.
Good head movement right there by Larson.
And Suarez got these big, powerful, wide throwing punches, but they're just super wide and really slow. They're not nowhere near the same speed as Larson right now. So it'd be interesting to see going into this final round how this one goes. I honestly think Shane Larson on that one took that round right there too, and I have him comfortably ahead right now, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but he has to watch out because Suarez, like you said, is throwing heavy shots. And if he lands one of those...
If one of them punches can change the fight completely.
It could change the fight in a matter of seconds.
Even on a fight that's, like, say, 2-0 in rounds, right? It's 2-0 in rounds. You know, if Suarez can land one of them punches on Larson, maybe drop him a couple of times or one time, that's enough that could sway it in his favor. Even though he hasn't been the most active fighter in this match, there definitely is a lot that's going on that can change that, as you mentioned, with them big punches that Suarez is throwing at Larson.
Yep. See how this round shapes out for this last round of this 3-bout fight. For the viewers out there, 5 more fights till our intermission.
That's it.
Oh. Ooh. Suarez eluding a few of those strong overhand rights thrown by Larson.
You just hear Larson's corner saying, throw them punches at his chest.
Meaning
ducking. That head moves. You land at that chest can be where the head's at.
Yep. See, somebody's going to have to pick up the tempo here because somebody's going to have to win this fight. And it's not going to be won by waiting for the other person to attack.
No,
unless you're Larson, because you're up right now.
Right. Well, and even that, though, you want to make sure you're leaving a lasting image on these officials' minds going out of this fight. Like, yep, that kid definitely won the fight, you know? There's a nice overhand right by Larson. I just haven't seen Suarez be busy enough to tell me that he's winning this fight at all, or that he's even, that he's here, Larson's definitely been the much busier fighter. Whoa.
Oh, that was a push.
It was a push. A little chippy in here now, bud.
Yeah.
Pushed him down and then gave him that little uppercut. That's the only punch he landed all fights.
Yeah. Good thing he didn't throw that other one and he stopped himself, though.
Yeah.
That could have been nasty.
Great discipline right there.
Suarez shakes his head out of a little bit of frustration by not being able to get within that reach of Larson.
There's a nice punch by Suarez right there. Last 10 seconds. Larson with a nice punch there to finish it up.
Ooh, nice
Suarez
punch
trying to throw. It was a great fight. Great fight. Little less action than some of our others.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a style clash a little bit. You had a guy who was trying to get within a reach, and then you had a guy who has the reach, but it's his debut fight, right?
Styles make fights, right? Isn't that what they say? So great job there by both of these fighters. Shout out to Shane Larson and shout out to Alexander Suarez. Shane Larson of True Boxing, Alexander Suarez of Top Notch Boxing. You guys did a great job today, man. You should be proud.
Yeah. Sometimes, like you said earlier, sometimes it's just hard to get within somebody's reach.
Right.
It gets very frustrating when you're trying to sneak within somebody's reach and you're just taking punches on punches on punches. So, shout out to these guys for getting out there and doing whatever they can do to win the fight. And then shout out to Suarez for holding back that punch on that slip because he really could have inflicted some damage.
Well, the respect and discipline from these fighters, man, and that's the one thing that shined through in this whole night. It's just there's a ton of respect for these guys that are battling each other. They got respect for each other, and that's important.
And the winner is the red corner, Shane Larson.
Great job. Great fight for Shane Larson in his debut as a fighter here. Great fight. It wasn't the most action-packed fight, but it was definitely a fight that was fun to watch. Like you said, styles make fights sometimes. So, sometimes it's a little rough to pair a couple of people with opposite styles. But it was a good job.
Yeah, what a great fight. And again, want to give one shout out again to Icon Sales and Icon Boxing for throwing this wonderful event. It's been very highly anticipated, and the day has come. We're about a little bit away halfway through the event, and we just had the guy of Icon Boxing himself hit the ring to be the referee of this next bout.
Yo, it never stops. It never stops. The grind never stops. So shout out to Mario hopping up in that ring, and shout out to these other officials, man. They're making it happen. This next fight we got coming up, number fight 13, Jimmy Barrientos from OG Hastings, and Adriel Dominguez from Top Notch. 132 pounders here. This should be a great fight. Another one with a lot of action to it, I hope. 132 pounds, man. That's
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have some pretty decent-sized fights all the way up until the one right before intermission, which is the highly anticipated Gianna Umbraco versus Naomi Victoriano. It sounds like the battle of the Italianos.
Hey, Italiano.
Paisan.
I can go for some Italian food right now, brother.
Oh, I know, right?
It's been a long day. I'm not complaining at all. I've enjoyed it. I'm excited about it. It's been a fun day.
Jimmy Barrenta is coming to the ring right now.
Here we go. Hey, I like that. They got them pads popping, boys, so you can hear him coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Another team that's out here in support, and another team that got some pretty nice drip to them, a little swag to them. I like those shirts, the black on gold, you know.
For sure. For sure.
Representing Top Notch, Odin.
Coming to the ring now is Adriel Dominguez.
Man, I'm looking forward to this fight here. Two young men. We've got Jimmy Barrientos from OG Hastings, decked out all red trunks, red top, red gloves, black headgear. And then we've got Dominguez out of Top Notch, all black with the silver trim, red headgear, blue gloves. This should be a good fight. 132-pound division.
Mario checking out the fighters, addressing both fighters, making sure they're properly equipped for this fight. A slight delay for just clarification of bout matchup, making sure that we're at the proper weight class here.
Looks like there might be some question as to whether the fighter is 125 or, or their size of their.
Well, it does look like maybe that Dominguez is coming in a little bit undersized, not at his weight class, and it looks like he was probably classified within this weight class due to maybe not having another opponent. I don't know what the situation may be, but.
All right. And now the official asking to tuck in the shirt, so there's some contrast between the black on black and the red on red. So looks like we're ready to go.
As the undersized fighter, he's going to have to use a little bit more finesse, right? Don't rely on that power. Find your shot, take your shot. Make sure you get a clear, good one.
And, Luis just said it. This is Colorado versus Nebraska, so it should be interesting.
Yep. This is slated at 132, so I wonder if Dominguez is actually 125 and the other fighter is 132.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's get it popping. Barrientos versus Dominguez here. OG Hastings versus Top Notch. Jimmy coming out. Filling out, throwing. Dominguez working some of that fill as well.
Hear a lot of the "Come on, Jimmy" chants in the background. Dominguez is quick with those hands.
And Nebraska traveled well. There's a big punch by Jimmy right there. Action right here in front of our camera.
Good punches by Dominguez, not shying away from Jimmy's attack.
Dominguez does have some fast hands.
Yeah,
I mean, Jimmy's quick too, but
he's almost rope-a-doping him, right?
Yeah.
He's almost using that rope as leverage and kind of bouncing back and throwing in punches.
there was a nice left and get out the way right there by Dominguez.
And again, to remind everybody of the heavier fighter.
That's right. I don't know, man. They look like they're pretty close,
pretty
same
even.
size, you
They
know.
are. But, you know.
I mean, it's heavier
and-
because one ate a Big Mac before the fight.
But in boxing and wrestling, every point does count.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
Every weight,
Every
or
pound?
does count. Excuse me.
I got what you picking down. I'm picking up what you putting down. Orientes and Dominguez here. Ooh, big
nice
punch by
right.
Jimmy right there. Ooh,
Now he
big
has it.
right. Shout out to Dominguez. He ate it.
Ooh,
Trying to
Dominguez.
return a left of his own.
Kind of telling him back up a little bit.
Use that jab for that. Use that jab and bring that right.
Yeah, but if you notice, Jimmy is dropping that right hand quite a bit. So I see that left hook just being right there. See, he almost lands it there.
There it is right there.
He's good. You know, I just want to compliment Dominguez's movement. He's really able to kind of weave in and out, kind of circle the fighter right now and land some punches at ease.
Stick and move, man. It's a tough round to score. I might have to give it to Dominguez on that one. He you know, not to diminish anything that Jimmy Orientes did. He was very active and he was very quick with his hands too. It was a real close toss-up right there. Like I said, I just like some of the connections that Dominguez made.
Yeah, but you know, you got Barrentas in the red corner who landed a few heavy blows.
He did.
So, you know, I don't know what they're going to side with on that, but, you know, we'll see. But, hey, shout out to the DJ playing some Salinas in the background. You know, I love me some Salinas.
You know what's wild, man, and I wondered, is some of that big action that took place over here in this corner. You know, it's a little bit of ways away from 2 of the 3 judges. So how much of that are they able to actually, you know, see the punches land or see them make it through?
Not to mention, right, depending on what vantage point or what side of the ring you are as a judge, you may miss some of the action that's going on the other side of the body. So we got the second round underway now. Dominguez is kind of just, again, filling out what Jimmy's bringing. Jimmy's bringing the pressure. Good combination by Dominguez, but Jimmy is not backing up. He is relentless to bring the attack.
Sorry about that, folks. I think we're going to have Floyd Diaz over here during intermission.
Nice.
So that'll be fun.
Jimmy scoring a few body points right there during the tie-up. You know, you always want to get punches in while you're tied up.
That's right.
Any point will help. And Dominguez's hands are pretty smooth and fast, man.
That's right.
See, nice little fury right there. I think he's only landed 1 or 2 of those, but still, when you throw that many and that quick, you're bound to land 1 or 2 of them.
Sometimes all it takes is 1 or 2 punches to kind of change the direction of how the fight's going.
Yeah. Good pressure by Jimmy, but also a good right hand lands by Dominguez there. Ooh, nice left
punch
hand by Dominguez.
He led that one in nicely too.
Yeah, he is really maneuvering in that ring nicely. He's moving, he's circling, he's ducking, he's changing levels, he's throwing punches all at the same time.
He's got really good head movement, man.
And you know, that's not to say Jimmy has some good movement in there too. So
True.
It's a pretty good fight right now.
Oh, there's a nice one too.
Round 2. See who finishes this round out strong. Tied up and around. Hey man, I don't know how I'm gonna call that, but so far I think I might be leaning towards Dominguez.
I kind of agree, although I feel like Jimmy had a better round this round, and he might have stole that round.
Yeah.
He landed some really good shots. Dominguez has some flashy shots. He's definitely landed some big, flashy punches. But we'll see.
Yeah, the thing is, right, is while Jimmy is on the aggressive, and most of the fights have been going towards the aggressive fighter, it seems like out of the other fights so far, Dominguez has kind of been one of those ones who's been able to kind of move and maneuver and still land quite a bit of punches, even with the attack from Jimmy.
Yeah, he's doing a very, very, very good job of rolling with punches, making sure that he's not getting hit, or if he is getting hit, that they're not the full brunt of the punch. I think his head movement is definitely superior versus Jimmy right now. I think Jimmy might be the heavier puncher, but Dominguez is just able to take him and roll with him.
And a shout out to him too, right? Who knows when they traveled in? Who knows if they drove in today from Nebraska or not?
Yeah.
And if that's playing a factor in his performance today. But even if that is the case, he seems to be performing well.
Yeah.
And keeping this fight pretty evenly matched to see hopefully another split decision.
He seems in great shape. It seems to be working well. I mean, there was a nice right hand by Jimmy. Holy cow, that one almost took Dominguez's head off. That was a big punch, man.
But he's responding. Oh, there's a slip. Here they go. Ooh,
another one by Jimmy.
Hey, he's taking those punches.
Tell you what, Dominguez got the chin.
Yeah,
he's taking some big punches. As we bring the action right live in front of your living room.
Close-up view for you. Nice overhand right by Jimmy. Dominguez switches position. Fury by Dominguez misses. Crowd's going crazy.
Looks like Jimmy might be tiring a little bit.
Yeah.
He's exuding a lot of energy right here.
He did, but hey, it takes energy to take that kind of onslaught from
it really does.
Too. Oh, nice combination lands for Dominguez.
And now Jimmy with the quicker head movement.
Yeah, good movement. What a fight.
Some of them punches kind of slowed Dominguez down a little bit, maybe.
Like
Jimmy is stalking Dominguez into the corner right now. Ooh, big right hand.
Right hand, yeah, backwards.
And another one. Now there's the left. This round is certainly moving towards Jimmy's momentum here, man.
It is. Last 10 rounds, 10 seconds. Let's see who wants it more.
This guy's fight of the night written all over it,
Throw them punches. Hey, man, what a close fight. I think it's going to come down to another split decision. I'm unsure who I'm going to give that to because I originally feel like I had the first 2 rounds going to Dominguez, but that last round right there definitely was probably Jimmy's round. And I would not be mad if they give the second round to Jimmy as well.
The action was definitely close enough where you can justify saying, yeah, Jimmy won that second round.
Yeah.
I think Dominguez, it was no-brainer that he took the first. But Jimmy really came alive, especially in that third round, man. He came alive and was throwing some haymakers, landing haymakers. Man, that's such a tough one to score, brother. I might have to give it to the Nebraska kid, even though I'm from Colorado, dog.
Yeah, no, hey, I ain't mad at that decision. You know, I think, like I said, I feel like they both did enough to win the fight. However, I think that Dominguez was more of the fluid fighter in there.
Definitely. All right, man. We should be getting that decision
here. See what this decision is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the events that is growing like crazy.
Shout out to Dominguez regardless of the call. With the slight variation in the beginning of the fight, he still stood up and fought.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fight scorecard is being delivered to the ring announcer right now for the final results. The judge over here checking Gianna's hand wraps.
Bout number 13. It is a unanimous decision.
Wow.
And the winner goes to...
Red!
The blue corner.
Wow. So I don't know that it was unanimous. Personally, I don't know that it was unanimous, bro. It was a tight fight. Wild, though. Congratulations to Adriel Dominguez. Shout out to Jimmy Berentes, OG Hastings. They definitely came out and represented well, man. I don't know that that decision went in their favor, but it was a close fight, man. It was a really good fight.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of close calls today that it could have went either way, and I'm sure there's a lot of upset fighters and upset camps. However, for me in that fight, I do see the verdict of the fight as it was called. You know, I feel that Dominguez won the first and the second pretty convincingly by controlling his composure and landing a lot of counter punches. But either way, again, shout out to Jimmy as well.
So fight number 14 coming up. We got Christopher Martinez from Sena at 156 pounds against Brian Lopez Villa from House of Pain. I'll tell you what, though, this concession stand is killing me, son.
Did we skip? Ooh, it's starting to get a little bit warm in here. It's a packed house. You know, AC is on, but it's hot.
It's getting a little hot. It's hot, yeah. So hot.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner. Please welcome him. This is our number 14,
Christopher Martinez.
About to get it popping.
It should be a nice, good fight here. Christopher Martinez versus Brian Lopez Villa. 156-pound fighters here. Here we go. Here we go. The other fighter reaches the ring. Make sure that you guys go and check out DNASportsDenver.com for all your merch, latest podcasts, and to book a session or just find out what we got going on.
So, Dom, as you mentioned, 156-pound fight. Christopher Martinez in the red corner, red top, black trunks, white trim, black hair gear, red gloves, and then you've got Brian Lopez Villa fighting out of House of Pain in the blue corner, all black with white trim.
Yeah, you know, again, I want to apologize for the ring entrance video getting a little choppy, but at least the fight footage has been pretty good up until this, you know.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We good.
Here we go, man. Seems like this one seems like a pretty evenly matched as far as stature goes.
Definitely.
Both gentlemen seem about the same height, obviously same weight, same build.
Yeah.
Honestly, same reach. Should be a pretty evenly matched fight we're about to watch.
Both these fellas look like they got some power, too. I'll be interested to see some fireworks going off.
And the city of Aurora, with Ryan and George Bergdorf by his side, please welcome Brian
Yo, and we mentioned follow the YouTube channel, man. While you guys are out there streaming with us, please follow. We appreciate you following and sticking live with us. Any issues we have with the stream, we definitely work to get it back right. So if it gets some little glitchiness coming through, just bear with us and we get it right. Everyone's here. Everyone's trying to stream on that internet right now. A lot of phones in the air, a lot of excited people to come and see these young athletes go.
They're throwing right from the very beginning, backed up in the corner, right in front of our table. Punches and bunches flying. Villa seems to be bringing the attack, but Martinez is there for the fight. Good body shot by Martinez. 2 body shots followed up by an uppercut. Good overhand right.
No, it looks like Martinez trying to work Villa back. Villa backed him into the corner, and he's trying to get him out of there. So it's nice right hook.
Good uppercut there from Villa. Returns the favor from Martinez.
Went for another one and got it blocked by
Yeah.
Martinez. Did a good job covering up on that one. Nice, powerful right hook.
Both these fighters throwing really strategic, good punches up to this point.
Over the top
Nice
by
combo
Villa
there,
right
wrist on the
there.
uppercut. Good uppercut
Nice body
right
to the
there.
head uppercut. That was nice.
Ooh, good
Villa
combination
responds.
by Villa.
Villa responded with them good punches right there, man. Nice left.
Good little combo.
Follow.
Up against the ropes here.
Boom, another
Oh.
one.
Good body shot by Martinez. You know, it seems that Martinez is attacking the body a little bit more than Villa. Ooh,
There's a nice
body
stiff body shot. Kind of halfway blocked by Villa.
Yep. He's going for that.
Martinez don't mind going to that body, though.
Yeah, he's going to the right hook to that body every single time.
Great job by Villa, man. That was an evenly fought round right
Yeah,
there.
that was pretty even. Good fight, good round by both fighters. I think, honestly, if you're going to score that one either way, I wouldn't argue with you. I think both fighters came out. Both fighters threw some punches and landed some punches. Man, we're getting towards the intermission point. And I'll tell you what, I'm ready for it. Get a little bit of a movement going on here.
Yeah, man. My leg's a little...
Yeah, but not as quite as ready as I am to see Gigi and Naomi go at it.
Here we go. May have a special little interview here at the intermission. We're working behind the scenes here, so we'll see how that goes. So stick through the intermission. But obviously, if you need to go and catch you a bathroom break or get you a snack or a drink or something, by all means, do so. But we're working on something special here during the intermission.
And don't worry, if you've missed any of the footage because of lagging or anything like that, or you happen to get up and just miss a little bit of the action because you had to leave your seat, this will be released later on as well on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Good punch there by Martinez. Corners urging both fighters to get busy, throw punches a little bit. This round started off a little bit more winded, it seems, for both fighters.
Well, they kept a really active pace in that first round, so it's interesting to see how long the bigger fighters, see how long they can carry that pace for.
Yeah.
Villa pushing the pace right now, too. Hook to the body, hook to the head combo.
Good combo there from Villa in his own corner.
Nice stiff straight left.
DJ getting the crowd into it. Good exchange by these two fighters, just kind of just taking it to each other and throwing punches and scoring points.
You know, Martinez is really working that body, man.
Yeah.
That pays its dividends later on in the fight for sure.
Yeah, and it also tires you out, right? You're throwing punches as a fighter, but you're also taking in body blows. That's taken away from your stamina. So
Good left to the body by Villa. Yeah, it makes it harder to breathe, you know. Like eventually your ribs start getting sore and taking them deep breaths as the fight goes on, it gets a little bit harder to do, makes you want to think about throwing punches. Nice uppercut by Villa. Good follow through by Martinez.
that uppercut is there, man.
These boys are just going back and forth. There's
Nice
an uppercut by Martinez.
Fall with a left hook. Good right hook. Looks like it was partially blocked there, though. Man, another even round. This probably has to be one of the closest fights of the night, in my opinion.
It's got that FON smell to it.
How's that feel? We'll see. I still though, I still think I'm rocking with Herrera and Robbins.
You think so?
Or Calvin St. John versus Edwin Ramirez.
That was a good fight.
I think those are my two front runners for fight of the night so far. Hey, we should see, right? Third round coming up. Both these corners making their adjustments right now with their fighters, also trying to get them this well-needed rest so that way they can bring it out in the third round.
Man, both these fighters look a little gassed. They're breathing heavy. And they're working, man. They're working.
For sure. Here we go. Third round getting underway.
This third round brought to you by DNASportsDenver.com. Make sure you go to DNASportsDenver.com right now. Book yourself a training session. Subscribe to the podcast or purchase you some merchandise. DNASportsDenver.com.
Oh, they're fighting now. This is third round action, baby.
Championship round.
Both throwing punches. Villa bringing it on strong, and Martinez not backing up. A little shoulder check warning for Martinez. He's trying to gather some space.
He had to get out that corner
Good
somehow.
uppercut, yeah.
Boys are swinging.
Yeah, they're
trying to
punching.
leave it all out there in the ring.
It looks like Villa kind of got his win from him now. Now it's Martinez's turn to bring on the onslaught. Let's see what he's got.
Nice uppercut, partially blocked by Martinez.
Ooh, that
one gets through. I hear them shouting on the side, go to the body, and they're right, man. Soften up that body, bring them hands down, and work that overhand right over.
Yeah, I think if Villa would have went to the body a little bit more, he probably would be controlling this fight a little more. But, it seems like Martinez has actually been the one attacking the body while Villa's just going for those kill shots.
As you say that, Martinez delivers the right shot to the midsection.
There goes the body shot by Villa.
You got to throw that body, man, because that brings them hands down.
Yeah.
And if you have any chance of knocking someone out, it's with their hands down at their waist to post up at
These
their head.
guys are gassed. Both just throwing punches, just hoping something lands. Getting points, just throwing. Ooh, nice. Man, this is a pretty even
It is, man.
fight.
I do not envy these referees right now.
I don't know how they're going to call this one. Coach Jess has it out for her right now, judging this bout. That was a good fight,
Great
man.
fight, fellas. Great fight. Great fight. That one definitely has the fight of the night considerations, man.
Yeah,
That was a really good fight.
I agree. They're both gassed. Look at, definitely left it all in the ring. Villa over there slouched over in his corner, kind of just gassed. And shout out to them, man, because that's what you want to see from an athlete, right? Whatever they do is just throwing everything out in the ring and leaving it all out there for us to decide.
Left it all out there in the ring, man. Big shout out to these fighters for that fight. Great job, man. That was definitely one. Hey, great job, man. Great job. It's definitely one I enjoy calling. Honestly, that might be my favorite of the night so far, dude. I know that St. John one was a really good fight, but this one, man, this one took it for me right now.
Yeah, I think it was good. Even
Working through it, man. Both these fellas can be very, very proud, Dom. Left it all out there in the ring, like you said. I mean, if you're going to go, man, that's the way to go, right? Just leave no question that you didn't leave your best effort out there.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, I don't know what I would call it, honestly. I'm going to leave it up to the professionals on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, brother. This one was too close for me to call and even speculate on. Very thankful for a great fight.
This was an outstanding fight. Would you be so kind, everybody? Put your hands together for them.
Another round of applause for these fighters. Again, great fight.
Fight number 15 is a split decision.
Number 14, he meant to say.
A split decision.
Another split decision.
And the winner is the blue corner.
I mean, you know, you couldn't go wrong whether it be Brian Lopez Villa or Christopher Martinez. Man, both of them had a great fight, did a great job. Shout out to House of Pain once again, taking home another strap. Big ups on that one. You know, Dom, we said it. Yeah, it was so hard to really say which one was the winner on that one or to call that one. That's true, man. That's true. So this next fight we got coming up, fight 15, Al from some Sandates or Sandetes, Sandates we'll call it, and Giovanni Placencia from Rodarte. Now I don't know if this is a typo, but this is a 285 division.
Yeah, this says
The heavyweights.
Icon Sales. And also the viewers at home, if you're receiving any technical difficulties, again, refresh your page, see if that helps. If not, we'll get it fixed on our end as soon as we can. But please bear with us, as this is our first live stream commentating event. And I actually feel that we've been putting on a great show up to this point. So shout out to you, Coach, for doing what you're doing behind the boards. And shout out to me, because I love me
For
some
doing what
me.
you're doing behind the microphone, brother.
Because I love me some me. Here we go. Another bout. Definitely a typo. These guys definitely aren't 285, Coach. I don't know if you see them entering the ring with the nice Mexican flag headgear over here in the red corner.
Yes, sir. I'm guessing these guys are 85 pounds.
I'm guessing it meant to say 85 and not 285. But hey, sometimes typos happen.
You know, I thought they found somebody for me to fight, dog. I was like, okay.
Yeah, for a second, I was going to say, we're either going to see a hug fest or someone's getting knocked out.
This fight is definitely not going the distance.
Yeah.
Placencia out of Rodarte making his way to the ring right now out of the blue corner.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey.
Got to keep it going over here, feeling the beat. You know, just naturally sometimes Coach Al and I feel a beat and we just get to going because that's just what we do. Here we go, man. Here goes another bout. 85 pounders. I think.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the red corner, this is bout number 15, representing Sandates.
Sandates. I was right the second time.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, representing Rodante Boxing Club in Greeley, Colorado, with Jacob and Enrique in his corner. Please welcome Giovanni Placencia.
Here we go. This fight's about to get underway as we speak. First round, about to start. Here we go. Ooh, punches thrown.
It's funny, these young guys.
Placencia.
These young guys throw caution to the wind, bro. They just start throwing them.
Yep.
So Giovanni right now really landing some good punches.
Yeah, he's really bringing the pressure.
We've seen how that has gone so far in these fights. If you bring that pressure, a lot of that seems to be the way to get your victory.
Yeah. You know, the cool thing about it is we haven't really seen anybody just kind of fold under the pressure, though. Everybody's, ooh, nice punch there lands for.
Yeah, everyone's kind of been going for it. There's another nice one right there by Giovanni. Another one turns the head of Burial right there.
Nice uppercut. Fernando got to throw a little more punches, get busy here. Good head movement, followed up by a 1-2 combination. And here comes Giovanni again, putting the pressure. Shots to the body.
I give him a standing 8 count.
Standing 8.
Looks like he's trying to recover off them body shots right now. All right, we'll see.
Here we go.
Them punches definitely took its effect on Boreal.
That left from Fernando slightly missed, but oh, there it goes. Lands there.
You can hear them right now.
Punches. Giovanni is bringing the pressure right now.
Wow.
You could hear it.
Yo, that was a powerful display by Giovanni right there. Bringing the pain, bringing the punches. Shout out to Giovanni in that round. I think he took that round for sure. It was a tough round. You know, might have been a little tougher to score initially, but I think Giovanni kind of stepped on the gas towards the end there and really took that round. Good fight. Good fight.
Good fight so far.
Of course, you got the standing 8 count. Worked in Giovanni's favor, so.
Here we go. Second round about to start. Fighters meet in the center of the ring. Again, Giovanni's bringing the pressure. Fernando's kind of counter punching, looking for his opening. Fernando turns him around, gets him in the corner now. See if he could bring the pressure back to him.
Ooh, Giovanni with a big left right there. Giovanni landed some big shots, bro.
Yeah. Ooh.
You want to get another standing 8? This one might be done.
7, 8, time.
See what goes on right here.
Already got the break.
Got to fix the headgear. A lot of these younger fighters have struggled with the headgear placement, kind of shifting on their head, them trying to put it back in place. So they're just getting him right now with his headgear.
You know, and that's got to be something that you have to adapt with, right? Like, you know, depending on how long you've been fighting, too, you might not have had this headgear on that long. So it's definitely a great job trying to
good movement
get
by
these
Fernando,
fighters
trying
right.
to. Ooh, another one nods the head back. Heavy punches by Giovanni. I think we might be getting close to a stoppage in this one. Yeah, that headgear is just slipping off.
It looks like the bandana underneath the headgear is what's causing the problem. It looks like he has like a little bandana underneath that and it's sliding down in front of his eyes. We just saw it here on this last little glimpse.
And that has to be hard as a fighter, right? When you're taking the pressure like he's taking and your view's obstructed. You can't really deal with that. And it looks like we got some blood flowing from the nose of Fernando as well. Body shot by Giovanni. And Giovanni is really bringing the pressure.
Just ducked that shot right there. Giovanni looks like a man, like a boy possessed right now.
Yeah.
Throwing some
Hard
mean body
body
shots.
shots.
Man. Big headshot right there. That's it.
He called
The
it.
referee's calling it into the
Yeah.
fight.
You know,
It might have been a good decision there. Giovanni was loading up on some big shots.
Yeah, I agree. He was taking some big shots, but that was also the last few seconds of the round. You think you want to let him escape that round and take it to the third. But again, I'm not a professional, so we're going to give the kudos out to the ref and say that he made the right call there because, again, we were seeing like he was seeing.
Yeah.
Giovanni was bringing a lot of pressure and applying that pressure heavily on the fighter to where he had no choice but to just make the stoppage.
So I may have to, I might have to cut this stream and restart it.
Okay.
So to our viewers, make sure you stay logged on, stay refreshed.
Might as well do it now.
We're gonna get this stream right before this next fight.